life. Appreciate your patience here this morning as we got ready here on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora. I cannot believe Christmas is just a couple days away. Christmas coming to us on December 25th. For those of you playing the home game, December, and the reason why I say that is because, I have a thing, and we'll talk about it in the annoying moment of the week, but, I love saying Merry Christmas because it's what I celebrate, it's what I love, it's my God, it's the birth of Jesus Christ, and to me, it's a beautiful, beautiful day, and we're just a couple days away from it, so I am here today to share that with you, hence why I am wearing my very festive Baby Yoda, aka Grogu, shirt here, the Mandalorian, with you can't, and it's like you can't even see. You look at the shirt and you think it's just Grogu, and I even did it myself just now. You don't even see that it says Star Wars, but it does. So, very happy to be here with you as we have our final show before Christmas. Today was the day, Christmas Eve. It was the day I got my dog Shady. We went out to Groton, New York, and met who would be Shady in my life, Shady Domino, my little sister, and my parents and I drove in a snowstorm, so kind of ironic because of the potential storm that's here for us now, and hopefully it goes away and we don't have to endure bad weather over here, and definitely don't want to keep anybody from getting to where they're trying to go for the holiday season. So, this is, but it was, kind of ironic because we traveled in really bad weather when I got Shady years ago. My parents and I drove out to Groton, New York, got her on December 23rd, brought her home, and it was a Christmas gift for me, and my first two dogs were in my life before. My first two dogs came into my family before I was even born. So I didn't name them. My dad and my mom named them Mordu and Cinnamon, and so I got to name Shady, and we picked her up, like I said, today, years ago. Picked her up today, and so happy that we got to do that. So today, I honor you, Shady, my little sis, and I love you so very dearly. Was so happy that we got to go and get her today. So on Christmas Eve, I always think about Shady and going and getting her in the snowstorm and bringing her home and making her a part of our family, which she became a part of our family instantaneously. The beautiful, wonderful little girl that she is now up in heaven with Mordu and Cinnamon watching over us and just loving on us. So I miss you, girl. I love you, and I hope you're proud of your brother. I hope you're proud of your big bro. So I hope you're doing well, honey. So with that being said, so happy to be here with you on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora, honoring Shady on Christmas Eve on the day that we got her. And you are watching and listening to Wake Up Call from all over the world on these outlets, on Facebook.com, YouTube.com, and MixLR.com, all / Wake Up Call DT. You're also with us on Wake Up Call DT.com's homepage, and you are with us on Facebook.com / Live Now DT. So however you're connected with the show, thank you so much for tuning in and being here with us where sports meets that thing called life on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora. We appreciate it so very much every Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern Time. And my apologies for the times where, we didn't get going right away at 9 a.m. So that's obviously from here on out, we will be here at 9 a.m. for you. You have my word, you have my promise. So with that being said, so happy to be here inside the Cafe Kubal Studios, hanging out where sports meets life on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora, and loving being here with you. Cafe Kubal is located for you on 3501 James Street, 324 West Water Street, 401 South Salina Street, all in Syracuse, New York. You can also find them on 343 Fayette Street in Manlius, New York, in their double-decker cafe, and you can find them on the corner of Route 11 and Taft Road at Sweetheart Corners in their drive-through location in North Syracuse, right by the airport. So make sure you head out there today and show them some love. We appreciate you, like I said, as always, here on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora. I can't thank you enough for being a part of the show where sports truly meets that thing called life, and love being here with you every Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern Time. So thanks for being with us. Thanks for hanging out with us. And thanks for having a great time here on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora. As always, on Fridays, we have an awesome group of segments set up for you. And so we'll start off inside of MonPawsPopcorn.com's What's Poppin' with the Annoying Moment of the Week. We'll go from the Annoying Moment, which is proudly presented by Carvel DeWitt. We'll go from the Annoying Moment of the Week to Lead, Learn, Evolve, Ad-lib, and Deliver, and that coming to you from Chick-fil-A Cicero and Chick-fil-A Clay. Excited to bring that to you this morning as we will be focusing on the topic of being open to give and receive. So you got to be open to give, and you also have to be open to receive. So make sure that you are open to both of those things, open to give and open to receive. And it's important to have both of those in your life, to be a giving person, but also a person that is open to receive as well. If you give and you don't receive, or if you receive and you don't give, they can't work mutually exclusive. They have to work together, and we'll talk about that inside of our lead segment, proudly presented by Chick-fil-A Cicero and Chick-fil-A Clay, which stands for Learn, Evolve, Ad-lib, and Deliver. So very excited to do that with you. We'll announce our top dog of the week, proudly presented by K9 Camp Dog Daycare and K9 Kampground Dog Boarding. And from there, we will get into another episode of Two Mics, No Filter, a really cool episode of Two Mics, No Filter, as this episode of Two Mics, No Filter is the first one we've ever done together in the same place at the same time. So very excited to have Andrea Smith, my co-host for Two Mics, No Filter, joining me here on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora when we were down in Florida together. So this is one that I've had for you, a little Christmas special one that we've had, and I wanted to hold on to this and save it for today. So we're going to be airing it this morning, and I'm very, very excited to do that. Andrea Smith and I with another episode of Two Mics, No Filter, inside of Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora, where sports meets that thing called life. And today we're going to be talking about our top 10 songs of 2022. Top 10 songs of 2022 with Andrea giving her list and me giving mine. You know, at the end of the year on our broadcast, I like to do my top 10 lists. And so we're doing our top 10 songs of 2022, obviously with comedy and relationships and all different stuff, as it's always been when Andrea and I have a conversation. That's all coming up at 10:15 a.m. Eastern Time. So very excited to do it. We're going to hop into the Annoying Moment of the Week first and foremost here on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora, where sports meets that thing called life. Don't let the cold weather fool you, folks. Carvel DeWitt has those Genesee Street in DeWitt, New York. It is the amazing Carvel flavors, but at the same time, they have their own spin on it because their cake makers are absolutely impeccable, incredible. A fantastic team at Carvel DeWitt, the longest standing Carvel franchise in America. So when you go there, you're not just going to Carvel, you're making history. You're being at the longest standing Carvel in the history of the continental United States, over 60 years in business, and we appreciate them so very much. It's also the exclusive home of my Wake Up Call Sunday, so make sure you get out there today and try all the good stuff and grab a nice Carvel ice cream cake for the holiday season. With that being said, here is the Annoying Moment of the Week.
Dan Tortora proudly brings you...
Is that for real? Are you kidding me?
The Annoying Moment of the Week.
I'm really honest. I don't know how to respond to this.
Presented by Carvel DeWitt, 4322 East Genesee Street. It's what happy tastes like.
You have to be that crazy. I guess so.
The Annoying Moment of the Week here on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora, proudly presented by Carvel DeWitt, 4322 East Genesee Street. It is what happy tastes like. I got a bunch of them, folks, so buckle up, baby. My first Annoying Moment of the Week today, and I know that I've mentioned before that there's, for whatever reason, terrible drivers out there. Absolutely terrible drivers, okay? Awful. But this week, I can't leave this off the Annoying Moment of the Week, because if I did, I'd be lying to you. Greg says, Merry Christmas, DT. Hope you have a joyous, happy, and healthy holiday with your family. Same to you, man. Same to you. And you actually, Greg, connected with my Annoying Moment of the Week, believe it or not. We'll get into it in a second. Not you being the Annoying Moment of the Week, but something that you said that I appreciate. And we'll get into that in a moment. So my first scoop of this week's annoying moment of the week has to go to the driver that saw me coming around the bend. Maybe didn't see me coming around the bend. Apparently wasn't looking. I'm driving on a 2-lane road, right? Two lanes on each side. So 2 lanes on my side. I'm driving on I'm in the left lane on my side, coming into the right lane, and, put my directional on, getting in the right lane, doing my thing. This car is coming from a side street. And coming from the side street, this car decides to pull out slowly, right? Pull out slowly. Like it's just a casual day out in the field in Amish country where there's like no cars. There's just horse-drawn buggies and everybody's going 3 miles an hour. This guy pulls out in front of me, he pulls out in front of me in my lane. In my lane, right? Swings the car around, takes his time. I had to put on my brakes, and I don't even know. I went to like the middle of both lanes, and we had traffic. There was cars, next to me, cars behind me. It's not like there was nobody there, right? And this was a couple days ago. This guy, I don't know how I didn't hit him. I don't know how I didn't hit anybody next to me. I don't know how that person didn't go over the double line into oncoming traffic. Because in order for this idiot to be missed by so many of us, we all had to be paying attention at the same time that this moron was driving out into the road and not paying any attention of anything at any point at all. We all had to be cognizant of each other while this person was cognizant of nobody. And unfortunately, and the thing is, I got a little bit bothered by, I don't even know the right word for this, but, well, I do know the right word for this. When I almost got hit in October, I could have been killed by that. I could have genuinely been killed by the way that person could have hit me, who went through a red light. And thank God I looked. Well, this person, and that's the thing, people don't understand, right? You never understand what someone's going through. You never understand what they've been through. That's why you always have to be nice to everybody and be kind and considerate and pay attention. Now, have I always paid attention? No. I could be a better driver. I know that. And thank God I was paying attention in this one, because I can't tell you how many times in the last week or two where if I wasn't paying attention, somebody would have gotten hit because somebody didn't do what they were supposed to do on the road. And if I wasn't paying attention, not doing anything wrong on my end, but if I wasn't paying attention, then, in the case of this person, this person, and you think about it, you're trying to come into oncoming traffic. You're coming into oncoming traffic, okay? And you think that there's nobody coming, right? Or that everybody should stop for you. And this thing, when this part of the road where you come around the bend, there's always cars that at the last second turn right, like they forget where their house is. And so, or maybe there's a lot of people visiting them and nobody knows what this street is, but there always seems to be people turning on this road last second. Well, this guy was coming out from the road, and I'm telling you, I'm not kidding with you folks. He comes out, I see him, I put on my brakes, I have to move myself into like the middle of the 2 lanes in order to not hit this car because he pulled out at almost the last possible second. If he had pulled out any later, I would have hit him in passing because I'm not saying this guy pulled out seeing me coming and I'm going 40 miles an hour and he pulled out too slow. This guy pulled out right before I was at like the street that he was pulling out from. I don't know what in his brain or her brain or whatever it was that was thinking, whatever it was thinking, but they couldn't have been looking left as I was coming. So be safe out there, be cognizant, think of other people, stop driving like boo holes. I'm going to call them boo holes, okay? Because boo allows me to not say a bad word, and hole is not a bad word. And I've never said boo hole before, and it's a very weird word to say because it's a lot of O's, but boo hole. So don't be a boo hole. That's what I'm going to say. My other annoying moment of the week has to do with what Greg said to me. And Greg said something nice, but I'm going to say, so I say Merry Christmas, right? And there's Christmas, there's Kwanzaa, there's Hanukkah, there's somebody told me there's a thing called the Celebration of Lights, which I honestly didn't know about. So there's all these different holidays being celebrated, right? I celebrate Christmas. That's what I celebrate. So, do I know when Hanukkah starts I know Hanukkah is around Christmas time every single year. but I don't typically know like the exact day unless I check it. I don't know when the celebration of light starts, and I think Kwanzaa is right after Christmas. So, I know a little bit of it, but I know what I celebrate. It's kind of like, okay, I'm Italian, right? And I know, and I'm not trying to belittle, my belief in God to heritage, but I'm just using it as an example. I'm Italian. I know Italian traditions, right? So if I say to somebody, oh, I love some ricotta pie, and they get offended. Well, they're German. I don't know their traditions. I don't know what they eat. I don't know what they do. I don't know what they like. I don't know what their household's like. I don't know what those traditions are. I know what my traditions are. And my beliefs, I believe in God. And I believe in Christmas. I believe in Jesus' birthday. I believe in Christmas being more about Jesus than about getting gifts. More about family and friends that become family and finding love and the magic of Christmas, right? That miracles seem to happen all throughout the year. And for some reason on Christmas, it seems like maybe people are a little bit nicer or a little bit more open, or maybe you can find love. I don't know. But Christmas, the beauty of Christmas, the spirit of Christmas, the goodness of Christmas. Growing up as a kid, Christmas was a time where even the mean kids weren't as mean for that week. It's like going to Disney, right? It's like when people go to Disney or it's Christmas time, they seem to be nicer. And I always say to God, can people just take this spirit that they have at Christmas, that they choose to have, they act like it was like put on them. Like, oh, I'm a mean person, and then during Christmas somebody put a drape over me and now I'm a nice person. No, you chose to be nice. You might blame it on Christmas, but you chose to be nice. And if you can choose to be nice on Christmas, you could choose to be nice all the time. If you could choose to be nice during your time at Disney, you can choose to be nice all the time. So my annoying moment of the week is when I wish people a Merry Christmas and they wish me Happy Holidays, okay? Because stop being offended, okay? When someone wishes me a Happy Hanukkah, I'm never offended. I don't look at them and say, I am not Jewish, how dare you? I believe in Jesus. You guys are ridiculous. I don't do any of that. When somebody wishes me a Happy Hanukkah, I say Happy Hanukkah, right? I said to somebody over this past week, and I said, Merry Christmas. I said, what a great Christmas gift. When the Jaguars beat the Cowboys, I said, what a great Christmas gift. What a great Christmas gift for me that I got to see my Super Bowl. And the girl responded, she goes, well, it's also the first day of Hanukkah. And I was like, why do you have an attitude? You know what I mean? It's like me saying I have a favorite team. Well, my team's better. No, it's not. Okay? It's what you believe in. And by the way, Jewish people, Catholics, Christians, we believe in the same God. We believe in the same God. We have some differences and some similarities. We believe in the same God. Don't be offended. So people wish me Happy Hanukkah. I love that. Happy Hanukkah. Thank you for sharing that with me. Happy Festivus for the rest of us. But that's the thing. Stop. You know me. I'm not PC. I'm not politically correct because most politicians are not correct. So I think that in and of itself is kind of a funny statement that we tell people you got to be PC, you got to be politically correct. When have politics ever been correct? When have politicians ever truly, universally told us the truth? And are they telling us the truth now? I would venture to say the older I get, the less truth I'm told. People telling me that the economy is getting better and where? Show me where. You can't just go out and say something in public and people go, yeah, okay, I could tell you that Syracuse went 12-0 this year. And apparently, based on what I see in America, some idiots would believe that. If I came out and I said, Syracuse is 12-0 this year, don't check it, just trust me. They would go, okay, Dan, I guess you're right. And I don't understand that at all, okay? And that's my next annoying moment of the week. But when I say Merry Christmas to you, it's what I believe in, it's my love, okay? I'm not going to walk up to you and say, Merry Christmas, Happy Festivus, Happy Holidays, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Festival of Lights, Celebration of Lights, whatever you celebrate. I'm not going to come up to you and say, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Holidays, and whatever non-denominational, blah, 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 blah. No, that's too many words, okay? It's way too much time. Hi, Merry Christmas. You don't like it? Okay? I'm not saying F you. I'm saying Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Why do we stop saying, what is December 25th? It's Christmas, okay? I don't tell people when they tell me Happy Hanukkah, I don't get mad. I don't get upset. Somebody wishes me a Happy Kwanzaa. Oh, excuse me. I don't celebrate Kwanzaa. Stop. Like when you're in a line and somebody says God bless you, or someone says God bless you, and somebody responds, I don't believe. You know what? I sent an email one time, and I ended the email with God bless you. God bless or God bless you. The person responded to me, hey, just so you know, I don't believe in God, so I don't really appreciate. Just take the God bless, okay? It's not an FU. It's God bless. You know what I mean? It's not like somebody is like bringing hepatitis to your doorstep and saying, here's some hepatitis, you need to accept it. It's from me to you. I say Merry Christmas, you say whatever you believe in, and let's move on with our lives. You can't tell people to not be who they want to be and believe in what they want to believe in when you want to believe in what you want to believe in. And that's the giant ironic BS of society today, is that people want to believe what they want to believe, but they don't want you to believe what you want to believe. So by asking you to accept them for who they are, they're asking you to not accept yourself for who you are, which makes absolutely no sense. They're asking you to do something they're not willing to give you, and that is not fair. Whatever you ask for, you need to be willing to give. If you're not, then don't ask for it. And that's reality. Okay? I will stand arm in arm with my Jewish friends who are near and dear to my heart, and I will celebrate Hanukkah with them. And I would think that they would come and get under the Christmas tree with me and celebrate Christmas. But I see all these places decorated now in a PC world. And there's Christmas trees, and there's Christmas lights, and there's Christmas decorations, and there's snowmen, and there's Santa, and there's Christmas wreaths, and they call them holiday wreaths, and holiday trees, and holiday this, and season's greetings. Knock it off, okay? It's a Christmas tree. That's what it is. That's the celebration. I don't think Hanukkah has Christmas trees. I don't think Kwanzaa has Christmas trees. I don't think the celebration of lights has Christmas trees. So they're Christmas trees. So if you have a Christmas tree in your house, you're celebrating Christmas. It's December 25th. And the funny thing is, most people get gifts on December 25th, whether or not they're triggered by Christmas. So if you're going to celebrate the day, at least have the decency to say Merry Christmas, because you're celebrating a holiday where Jesus was born, and that is more important to me than anything else in this world or of this world. So to celebrate it and accept gifts on it, but to be offended by it is ridiculous. And what you're really saying is, give me free stuff. That's all you want to say. You're not celebrating any holiday, and honestly, you're doing a disservice. Okay? If you look forward to Hanukkah because your parents get you nice gifts, you're forgetting what that's about too. So be a nice person, celebrate your faith, and stop getting offended by people wishing you a Merry Christmas. It's the kindness of their heart. You know, sometimes people were mean to me all year except for during Christmas, and they wished me a Merry Christmas. It was like a few days where they weren't jerks. And now people, oh, well, you can't wish me a Merry Christmas. Oh, I don't believe in God. Fine, okay? Then go sit in your hole, okay? Go sit in your hole and go be miserable. When you die, nothing happens. That's what you believe. Okay, fine. If you want to carry your negativity in your life, that's up to you. But that's not my life. That's not what I'm about. And I am very proud to be a Christian. I am very proud to live in the life that I live in. I'm very proud to love the God that I love and have the life that I have. And none of this is possible without him. So if you don't like that I tell you Merry Christmas, tough. What I'm saying to you when I say Merry Christmas is Merry celebration of the God that was here to save us all, whether you believe it or not. So be kind. Be kind and be compassionate. Okay? Annoying moments of the week. And, you know, and just people needing to be nice. Just be nice. Okay? My other annoying moment of the week, I went to the grocery store yesterday. Eggs were $4.69. I thought that during Christmas, companies would stop being jerks. Okay? It's Christmas time. And then somebody wrote, well, Dan, there's the bird flu and there's the... Stop. That's what okay? Just stop. Just stop. Stop regurgitating what people say to you. Stop here's the bird. The real bird is you. You're taking what the media that lies... Not all the media tells you the truth, folks. I'm sorry to say that, okay? A lot of people in the media don't like me because I tell the truth. I know it doesn't make sense, but it's what I do. It's how I live. I couldn't sleep at night if I didn't tell the truth. But the thing is, stop being the baby bird in society. What I mean by that is there's people out there that are chomping up this BS like a mother bird and spitting it into your mouth, and you're eating it. Okay? Eggs have been going up for a really long time. Well, there's a shortage. People tell us, well, there's a shortage. Well, supply and demand for gas. Really? supply and demand for gas. You think that many new people came into Syracuse that our gas went up $3? You think that Syracuse was booming with people coming in here that our gas went up the way that it went up? Stop. Stop that. Okay? Maybe there's a bird thing going on. Maybe there's not. But all I've realized in the last few years is that it doesn't seem like people in power care about us. Not all of them. It doesn't seem like they care about us. And it doesn't seem like they want to make things any better. And businesses can take advantage of that. Businesses can take advantage of that. You know how many businesses came out of, having a lockdown in the pandemic and raised all their prices? Do you know who doesn't raise his prices? Me. You know who hasn't gone up to a company and said, yeah, you know what? During COVID, we all had some tough times. You paid me X amount of dollars for this. Now I'm doubling it. Me. Okay? I am trying to be cognizant of the fact that people have less money than they used to have. And I'm not going to punish them. Hey, guess what? You're in a pandemic. I called up Rectum, that wonderful cable company that is a bunch of BS, and I called them up and I said to them, why did you raise my bill twice during a pandemic? I'm a business owner. Why would you do this? For my LLC, there's certain things you have to do every year. They raised it $99. $99 during the pandemic. Guy sat on the phone. I said, why'd you do it? He said, because we just did. I said, well, what are you going to give me that's more? Nothing. What changed? Nothing. We reserve the right to raise our prices. Yeah, you know what? You do reserve the right to raise your prices. And you're raising your prices on business owners at a time where every business owner was affected in some type of way. You got to be some type of human being to raise your prices at a time where people already feel like they're punched in the gut. I never thought that I would see eggs be more than 49 cents, 69 cents. It feels like it was a million years ago. Eggs are now $4 more than they were when I worked at Wegmans back in the day. $4 more. Okay? $4 more. Not $1 more, which would have been too much. Not 50 cents more. $4 more. You sick human beings, and then you believe it. You believe what's being told to you. Oh, well, they're more because there's a bird flu. What birds? Are the chickens having a bad day? Or did the pigeons have the flu and you just make it up and you say, this is what it is? Okay? And maybe there is, and maybe there's not. But you can't trust everything you hear. People got an excuse for everything. And I will say this, and I say this to people all the time. I don't care who you voted for. But if you listen to anybody going on the news today telling you the economy is getting better and you believe it, you're an idiot. You are a massive buffoon. And I say that with the desire, you know what? I shouldn't say that. I don't like name calling. You're not educating me. I'm not going to call you an idiot. I'm not going to call you a massive buffoon. I take that back. If you believe that the economy is getting better, you're out of your mind. You are the definition of a sheep. You are a sheep. You are sheep. If you believe the economy is getting better, you're nuts. You're absolutely nuts. That means that in your la-la world, I can come into your world and I can say whatever I want and you're going to believe me. I can say anything. I could say, hey, if you never want to catch COVID, you got to go out and buy a chicken suit and you got to go around and you got to cluck. And as long as you cluck 3 times a day, you'll never get COVID. There's people that'll do that. There's people that'll do that. There's people that watch a certain source of news and whatever that person tells them, whatever that news body tells them, they do it. That is terrifying. That is terrifying. And when people know they have that power, some people use and abuse that power. Folks, get hip to the game. The way that we get through all of the crappy stuff that's happened to this country in the last 2 years is together. It's by asking questions, demanding answers, and not believing everything we hear. We as society need to be more shepherds and less sheep. Because this country has a lot more of us than it has of the people that represent us. And if we want those people to tell us the truth, then we need to band together arm in arm across religion lines and gender lines. Because unless we rise up as people peacefully working together, nothing's going to change. I don't believe in violence, and I don't believe in separation. But there's a lot of powers that be that have separated this country. And as they've separated us more and more, they've taken more and more advantage, because dividing and conquering is a lot easier than trying to conquer a family that is strong. It is very hard to defeat a family that is strongly bonded together. And we need to do that. A lot of people are silent out there right now. And you know what? I've talked to Democrats and Republicans, people that are liberal and conservative. Nobody likes the price of groceries right now. So stop thinking that when somebody tells you it's getting better, no, it's not. If you went to the grocery store in October and eggs were $3.99 and it's December and they're $4.69, and you turn on the news and they tell you that it's getting better, you know for a fact that it's not, because you just paid 70 cents more for your eggs. So stop believing what you hear and believe what you see. Okay? Believe what you see. Because God is the keeper of seeing without believing, having faith. Man is not. Man is not. Okay? Stop treating man as God. Man is not God. He's not. She's not. Man is not God. So when somebody walks up to you, if somebody walks up to you and they said, I want to sell you my horse, and behind them was a red wagon filled with poo, and they said, look at my horse. My horse is beautiful. Don't you love my horse? And you said, that's not a horse. It's a wagon with poo. And they go, no, no, no. This is a horse. You just don't know horses like I do. This is a new horse. Don't buy the wagon with poo. It's not a horse. You can't ride it. It's not going to do anything. Stop believing what is told to you and start believing what is actually happening. Actions speak louder than words. When somebody tells you, think about it, okay? Take a politician and treat them like a girlfriend or boyfriend. If they say to you, I'm not cheating on you, but on their phone they have text messages that are vile to another person, and they go, I'm not cheating on you. Well, what are these messages? Well, those are just play messages. They're just fun. They're just fun. They're just jokes. They're just jokes. When you said you want to sleep with him, that's a joke. It's just a joke. It's not funny. Jokes are funny. That's not funny. Right? I was just messing around, just playing, just horsing around. Treat a politician like you treat your relationships. I would hope in your relationships, when somebody tries to sell you a bag of beans and tells you that it's a cantaloupe, you don't believe them. Okay? If I went on Thanksgiving to go buy a turkey and the grocery store said, here are turkeys, and I walked up to the thing and it was a bunch of hamburger helpers, just boxes of hamburger helper, and it's marked turkey, some people would walk up and go, well, I guess this is the new turkey. And I genuinely feel like those people are being hypnotized. When somebody can walk up to a bin full of turkey and it's hamburger helper, and they buy that and they go, well, this is the new turkey because it says turkey. It says turkey. It must be turkey if it says turkey. Stop. Stop, people. The economy is not getting better. Gas prices are not great. Businesses, some of them, are taking advantage of people. Corporate America looks like it doesn't give a poo in certain places. Disney, which I love, has raised their prices during COVID on a ton of their stuff. And grocery stores are carrying products that have lessened their quantity and risen the price. You ever buy Ricolas, the lozenges for your throat? I buy them all the time. Good for my allergies. I kid you not, folks. I kid you not. They've risen by $1 to $2 a bag. And the bag used to say 50. Now the bag says 41 drops. They put 9 less drops in and rose it to $4.99. I don't know how you could sleep at night when you raise the, and this, listen, if you have a shortage and you say, hey, if we take 9 drops out of each bag, we can make sure everybody around the world gets the bags and nobody has to go without Ricolas. That I respect and I appreciate, but you don't raise the price then. You don't raise the price then. If you say, hey, we had 50 drops, we can only afford to do 41 at a time. Based on everything we have, we can only do 41 a bag, we can't do 50. We got to take 9 away, we're sorry we have to do it. You don't raise the price. You don't lower the quantity and raise the price. You don't do that. You don't do that. And how about businesses that have been doing better? Why don't their prices go back down? How about, Disney, of all places, does not need to charge you more. They do not need to charge you more. They don't. They do not need to charge you more. You walk into Disney, and that plush stuffed animal was $20, $19.99. Now it's $22.99. Why? What do you need to do with the $3? It's ridiculous, okay? You need to start seeing what's in front of your face, folks, and you need to start saying something about it, right? If you see something, say something. Faith in God is not the same as faith in man. God is gonna bring things that you can't see. God is going to ask you to have faith and ask you to believe in him when it's not right in front of you. But when a human being says to you, you can trust me, and they got a gun pointed to your head, stop trusting them. Stop. Okay? You can't trust everybody, and you can't believe everything you hear. Don't be gullible and don't be an idiot. And it makes me sick that people will actually sit in silence when you tell them the economy's not getting any better. This is ridiculous. And they'll sit in silence because you know they don't agree with you. They don't agree with you. And I tell people all the time, I don't care who you voted for. How is show me where the economy got better. Show me. Show me. Show me. Show me where gas got better, eggs got better, milk got better, chips got better, chicken got better. Show me. Show me. You can't. So stop. Okay? I can't walk around telling everybody I'm a broadcaster and then not do any shows. Just walk around with a mic all day. Hey, I'm a broadcaster. I do broadcast things. And you got to believe me because I have a mic. I have a mic. I have a mic. You know, it's like, it's not... It's my annoying moment of every week because I cannot believe how many people will blindly follow whatever they're told to follow. It sickens me that one day somebody could tell you to walk off a cliff, and when you walk off the cliff, you're going to float in the air, and then people go, okay, and then they all die, and they look down and they see all the dead bodies, and then they go, yeah, but your dead body's not going to do it, because those people didn't believe. They didn't believe. See, we told them if you walk off, you'll fly, and they didn't believe. You believe, and then that person falls off. And then they just tell you another thing. Well, that's because they had too much stuff in their pocket. So that person fell because they didn't truly believe they could fly. And that person fell because they had too much weighted down in their pocket. No, these people fell because they walked off a cliff. That's why they fell. Because nobody's going to fly walking off a cliff. Jesus Christ will. Nobody else is going to fly. Okay? When they walk off a cliff. And even Jesus, when he was tempted by the devil in the desert to just jump, throw himself off. God will catch you. Your God will save you. He still didn't test God. So start seeing what's in front of your face, folks. And stop believing everything you hear. It's terrifying how many people will believe whatever you tell them. It's crazy. We'll take a step aside for a fast break here on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora inside of the Cafe Kubal studios. When we spin back around, Wake Up Call will bring you lead, learn, evolve, ad-lib, and deliver right after this. Thanks to Carvel DeWitt for the annoying moment of the week. When something bothers you, like the gas prices or the egg prices or whatever it may be, or driving around wondering why people won't say Merry Christmas back, head off to Carvel DeWitt and get yourself what happy tastes like. Their amazing flavors are here for us all year round, and you can enjoy them, including the Wake Up Call Sunday, exclusively at Carvel DeWitt, 4322 East Genesee Street in DeWitt, New York.
Carvel DeWitt, it's what happy tastes like. Do you know why? Because we make ice cream. Creamy, rich, flavorful ice cream. Not yogurt or iced milk like some of our competitors. Ice cream. Fresh, by hand, daily. For the calorie conscious, we have something new for you. Our new Carvelite. Same great flavor, creaminess, and texture of our regular ice cream with only 35 calories an ounce. So whether you want an ice cream cake, flying saucer, dasher, carvalanche, hard or soft ice cream, we will satisfy your craving with our fresh, handmade regular or new Carvelite ice cream. Carvel DeWitt. It's what happy tastes like.
Cafe Kubal offers same-day local delivery of our products, offering no delivery charge for Onondaga County. Shop cafekubal.com for fresh roasted coffee beans, cold brew, travel mugs, and all your essential Cafe Kubal needs. Cafe Kubal, coffee for the soul.
The Wildcat Sports Pub in Camillus, New York is located on 3680 Milton Avenue in the Home Depot Plaza. It is your family-friendly sports bar and restaurant. Folks, some sports bars aren't family-friendly. Some family-friendly restaurants are not sports bars. The Wildcat Sports Pub in Camillus, New York is proud to be both. It is that marriage that you've been looking for years. The Wildcat Sports Pub is your home base for your sports bar and restaurant needs, games for the kids, indoor and outdoor activities, and enough things on the menu to come back every single week and get to try something new. They're open Sundays from noon to 8 p.m., Monday through Wednesday, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m., and Thursday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to midnight. For reservations and party information, call 315-487-2222 for the Wildcat family-friendly sports pub and restaurant.
Welcome back here to Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora inside of the Cafe Kubal studios where sports meets that thing called life. It's time to get into lead, learn, evolve, ad-lib, and deliver. But I want to let you know to fill your cup up right today and throughout the year at Cafe Kubal. Head off to 3501 James Street, 324 West Water Street, 401 South Salina Street, all in Syracuse, as well as on the corner of Route 11 and Taft Road at Sweetheart Corners in their drive-through location of North Syracuse, and on 343 Fayette Street in Manlius, New York. And that is in their double-decker cafe. The Welcome Center to Manlius is what I call it because you can't miss it. All roads converge to they all come to this point, and it's funny because the building is actually pointed. When you're coming into Manlius, all those roads converge right onto Cafe Kubal with their now expanded parking lot, so make sure you head out there today. It's time to get into lead, learn, evolve, ad-lib, and deliver. Love, 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 love the wonderful, wonderful people at Chick-fil-A Cicero and Chick-fil-A Clay, led by our fearless leader, Jimmer Sikowski. Can't thank him enough for all the goodness that he brings and all the positivity that he brings. We appreciate him so very much, always, and every single day. So a big thanks to Jimmer Sikowski for everything. And here in Lead, Learn, Evolve, Ad-lib, and Deliver, proudly presented by the fantastic people at Chick-fil-A Cicero and Chick-fil-A Clay. Today's topic is be willing to give and receive. You should not do one without the other. Give and receive. Remember how important and how vital both of these are. If you're not willing to give, well, then you're just taking from people. And if you're not willing to receive, that means you've closed yourself off from blessings and from love. Now, I know that both of these things are affected by pain. I know that. I know that it's hard to give when you feel like you're always taken advantage of. And I know it's hard to receive when you don't know if anything is truly real. I get that. I feel that. I have lived that. So, folks, in your life today, I ask you to really think about how many times you are willing to give and how many times you're willing to receive. Think about that. Think about the life you lead and what you do. Because giving to others should be a daily thing. It shouldn't be something you do when you feel like it. It shouldn't be something that you just kind of, maybe I want to, maybe I don't. Maybe it matters, maybe it doesn't. Maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't. It's something that you should do every single day. Give and receive love. Give and receive kindness. Give and receive well wishes. Give and receive goodness. You have to be willing to do both. You have to be willing to do both. Giving and receiving. I'm a giver. I'm somebody who constantly gives to other people. I do. I like to. During Christmas time, I like buying gifts more than I like receiving them. People get annoyed with me because they ask me what I want for Christmas, and I never truly give anybody a list. Why? It's not because there's not things that I don't think, okay, well, I could use that or I could use this. It's that I'm not thinking I have plenty, right? If I got nothing this Christmas, I have more than enough, right? And so to me, for my Christmas, if I really told you what I wanted for Christmas, if I really told you what I wanted for Christmas, I got to be really honest to do that. But folks, why, as Dino says, watch this. Watch this. You know what I want for Christmas? I want people to be good to people. You know what I want for Christmas? I want people to remember why we celebrate the holiday. I want people to believe in God. Really believe in God. Not go to church once a year. Not, I'm going to believe because I want to open these gifts. Not, I believe just when I'm making a confession because I need God to forgive me. Not believe when I need money or I need something from Him. Be willing to give and receive. What do you give back to God? What do you give to God? God gives you everything. Every single one of us is a sinner. Every single one of us has made a mistake. Every single one of us has done something wrong in our lives. Every single one of us. And yet God still wakes us up today. God still wakes us up today. Would you be as forgiving? If you were God and God was you, and God did the thing that you did the sin that you did or mistake that you did or said what you said, would you forgive? Would you forgive God? Would you wake God up again, or would you say, you know what? You don't deserve it. None of us deserve to wake up every day. It's a privilege. There's a difference between deserving it and there's a difference between a privilege, right? A privilege is telling God, thank you for the gift you give me. Deserving is telling God, that's my gift. You give me my gift. Privilege, thank you for the gift that you gave me. Deserving, give me that gift. I'm going to rip it out your hand, God. None of us are perfect. None of us are perfect. So what do I want for Christmas? I want people to be nice to each other. I want people to stop being offended by God. Because all that tells me is something inside of you is broken. If you're offended by God, who is literally the embodiment of love, then something inside of you is unhappy. I don't believe that people that hate God and don't believe in God, I don't believe that person's truly happy. I've never met somebody who doesn't believe in God that is, I met people that are good people, but I feel like somewhere along the way, what happened? Why don't you believe? You just think this is it? You think, how do you think we were created? You think that we became human beings by time through history by accident, by chance, by happenstance? You think that we learned how to evolve into this without any divine intervention? That every human being in and of itself is its own unique solar system. There's no one body that is exactly like any other body, not even identical twins. And you think that that was by accident? You don't think that was by design. You think that that just happened? That just happened to happen. So why haven't we evolved into something else? Why haven't some of us grown tails and wings and beaks and sharp teeth and claws? If we're constantly evolving, then why haven't we evolved? We got to human being and that's what it's been for over 2,000 years. Why? Right? I'm not saying that evolution hasn't happened. I'm saying you think evolution happened by accident. And that's a conversation for whatever day. But you got to be willing to give and receive. So I said, what do I want for Christmas? What do I genuinely want for Christmas? You know what I want for Christmas? I want an opportunity, a genuine love. I want to meet a woman. If I told you exactly what I wanted under my tree, A woman who is who she says she is, means what she says, takes time to show that she cares, and is willing to take the leap instead of asking me to take the leap by myself and then just watching me in the pool, seeing me in there for a while, realizing it's not acid, I'm not dying, I'm not burning to death, I'm not freezing to death, so now she could jump in. I want a woman that's going to jump in with me. That doesn't mean she got to fall in love with me the first day. It means I want her to give it a shot. I've always said the woman that will get me is the woman who has... It's the woman who will text me out of the blue. Call me out of the blue. Hey, was thinking about you. Just want to see how you're doing. Doesn't even have to say I was thinking about you. Because calling me shows me that you were. Right? The woman that gets me is a woman who keeps her word. Shout out to one of my best friends, Floyd Little. A woman who keeps her word. A woman who contacts me without being provoked to contact me. And who gives me an honest chance and opens herself up and focuses on me. When I'm dating, I'm focused on the person. I don't, if it's the first date and I have a nice first date and I want to have a second date and she wants to have a second date, I'm focused on her. I'm focused on her. Because for me to like go on a date with her and go on a date with somebody else and go on a date. Now listen, if God sends somebody into my life and it is clear, and God has never done this before in my life. He has never sent somebody into my life where it was clearer than clear that this girl was some type of special and I need to go talk to her. That's never happened to me in my life. Never ever happened to me in my life. But if that happened, okay. And you know what? God's saying something, I'm going to listen. I'm a giver. I give. Always have. It's who I am. I've learned to choose what I give to who. I've learned to choose what I give to who. I can always be kind, but I don't have to give everybody my time. I don't have to give everybody my hand. I don't have to give everybody my lips, my arms, my money. But I can always pray for them. I can always hope for them. I can always wish them well. Can always do that. But if you ask me what I really wanted for Christmas, it's what I've always wanted. A woman who is beautiful on the inside and out, who reaches out to me and shows me she's interested, so I'm not just blindly chasing after something. And I always said that. I speak for a living. I seek out businesses to partner with. I seek out people to interview. I'm constantly the instigator of conversation. The woman that gets me is a woman who has the confidence in herself, the humility in herself, the belief in herself, and the desire to get to know me that'll just simply reach. And honestly, she doesn't have to do anything crazy. It's just she hasn't heard from me in a day or two. Call me up or text me and say, hey, how you doing, Dan? How's your week going? That's it. I'm not asking for the world to be moved for me. I'm asking for somebody to do the bare minimum of what I do every day, which is reach out to people. I don't think there's a day that goes by where I don't reach out to at least one person. There's days where I reach out to, I can't even count how many people. Doing this interview, this business, right? I'm always seeking. So it would be nice to be sought. It's not a game. It's not a game. It's the reality of saying to somebody, hey, I really enjoy your company. Let's see what you do next with that information. Because I am an honest person. If I go on a date, I'll let the girl know by the end of that date if I want to go on another one or if I don't. You know, I'm not going to be mean. But if I want to go on a date, I'll say, hey, I had a really nice time. Love to see you again. Give you a hug. Be a gentleman. And see what happens. When I stop calling and I get radio silence, to me that shows me they're not interested. No matter how many times they said they were interested. Because as we said in the Annoying Moment of the Week, actions speak louder than words. What you say, anybody could say it. You know how many women have told me they love me in my life? Where are they? Where are they? To some of them, it was like the next step in the relationship. To some of them, it was just a word. To some of them, it was something that could be here on Monday, gone on Tuesday. What do I want for Christmas? Somebody who's willing to receive and give. I've had enough women in my life receive. Receive, 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 receive. And I'm sure that women listening to this are like, I got enough men in my life that I, gave and gave and gave and gave and gave to. I always tell people I'm speaking from my perspective. So when I'm talking about women, it's because I'm talking about my personal experiences, and I'm a man and I date women, and so I'm just sharing with you. But people are listening right now, and you might be saying, whatever sexual orientation you are, you might be saying, man, I dated so many men, and I had the same thing, Dan. I dated so many women, I had the same thing, Dan. I did. And some people might be listening and watching saying, man, I never had that. First person I met, I appreciated it. I gave, they received, they gave, I received, and we've been together ever since. God bless you. You're a rarity. It's a beautiful thing. Hold on to that forever. But I am the type of person that has always sought. I didn't give anybody a chance to miss me or show me that they cared because I was always the perseverant person. Always been, right? I've always been the person, if I want something, I'm going to go get it. But it's funny, in relationships, it's like the one place where I have to fight certain things that are successful in other places. Because, I've been successful in chasing my dreams and catching them. 1, because of God. 2, because of faith. 3, because I love myself. I love myself. And I want the best for myself. 4, I have confidence and I'll never stop believing. 5, I keep going, right? Somebody tells you no in a relationship, you can't keep pushing, right? You can't be, oh, you said no, I'm going to keep, Sometimes you can, sometimes it depends on how you do it. My grandfather, my mom's parents, my grandfather asked my grandmother out over and over and over again. She said no. And then one day she said yes to shut him up. And then they got married and they fell in love. And they're 2 of the greatest people that have ever touched this earth. But she said no a bunch of times in the beginning. Right? So, for whatever reason. So I can't tell you that any story is perfect. Can't tell you that. I can tell you to trust your gut and being willing to give and receive. Sometimes you have to take a step back to see if you receive what you're giving. Not because you're being selfish, but because you want to make sure that you're getting involved with somebody that wants to get involved with you. What does Floyd Little always say? You dance with the person that wants to dance with you. Right? You dance with the person that wants to dance with you. And how are you supposed to know if somebody wants to dance with you if you're always calling them up and you're inviting them to the dance? How do you know that they would invite you to the dance? How do you know that they want you to dance with them? It's a really tough thing to do in friendships. It's a really tough thing to do in romantic relationships. To take a step back and say, I want to see if they care. I want to see if this matters to them. It's a hard thing to do. But I'll tell you this. If somebody's really interested in you, they really care. Not even they really care, because some of it's in the initial stages. If somebody is interested in you, wants to see where things are going, wants to see where things can go, they're going to eventually, no matter how egocentric they are, they're eventually going to reach out to you because they want to know. Well, why isn't he calling? Why isn't she calling? What are they doing? Oh my gosh, are they dating somebody else? I'm not asking anybody to move a mountain for me. But if you really want to know what I want under my Christmas tree this year, it's a woman who shows me that, hey, I don't know where this is going. I don't know what this is going to be. But I like what I'm seeing and hearing so far. And I want to give this a real shot because I'm interested and I'm not afraid to show it. And I might never get that. I may never get that. Or I might. But I know in my life, I have a lot of friends, but the list of people that call me and text me unprovoked is smaller. It's not all my friends, but there are a group of people that will call me and text me and check in on me. And then there's friends where I have to call them every single time. And we have great conversations. Don't get me wrong. But I always wonder, if I never called that friend again, would they ever talk to me? And that's not a good feeling. So when I start to date, I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I can call you, I can text you. But if you put yourself out there and you let people know, this is who I am, this is what I'm about, this is my honesty, take a step back and see what their honesty is. Sometimes silence is deafening. But I am a firm believer, and I know this to be true. No matter what it is, how hard it is to get, where it is, when it is, if somebody wants something, they're going to go for it. So rest assured, ladies and gentlemen, and kids, if you're living a life right now where you're saying to yourself, wow, I'm putting in all this effort and that person is not putting in the effort on the other side. They don't want to. They don't want to. They're not interested. Because there are days where I barely sleep. Barely sleep. And I put it to you like this. The most recent date I went on, I flew home, picked up my dog, dropped her off at my house, and went on the date. I literally flew home because I wanted to see that person before Christmas. I wanted to give it a shot. So I think a text message is not much to ask for when the person on the other end, but it's all interest. It's all interest, right? If I'm a coach, I'm going to pursue a player, right? Pursue, recruit. But I want to know, on Christmas, does that player reach out to me and say, hey, coach, Merry Christmas. Hope you're doing well. It means a lot. It means a lot. It means a lot. So be willing to give and to receive. Don't get caught only receiving, and don't get caught only giving. Because lopsided relationships only lead to pain and heartbreak. Nobody likes working for somebody who takes from you and never gives. Nobody likes a friend who constantly asks you for things but is never there for you when you need anything, or even asks you if you need anything. Nobody likes being in a relationship where you do everything for the other person and you have no idea if they would ever do a single thing for you. It's not that hard, folks. I only know one thing when it comes to what I want. If I want it, I'm going to fight for it. If I want it, I'm going to do something about it. And the people that sit on their hands and wait for the world to come to them, to knock on their doorstep and say, here, I just dropped off all these gifts for you. You're welcome. You're nuts. It doesn't happen like that. So be willing to give and receive, and check yourself if you're giving and not receiving, or if you're receiving and you're not giving. Because both of them have to work hand in hand for things to truly work. We'll take a step aside on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora. This being lead, learn, evolve, ad-lib, and deliver, coming from Chick-fil-A Cicero and Chick-fil-A Clay. Remember, in any part of life, folks, people go after what they want. We'll take a step aside for a fast break and come back talking about people going after what they want. Those people, that wonderful team going after what they want together, they're my top dogs. We'll talk about it after this.
In these unique times, there are those in our community that give us a sense of normalcy and positivity. Pizza Man on 50 Oswego Street in Baldwinsville has been here for you for over 35 years and is here now. Call 315-638-1222 1234 or order online at pizzamanbeville.com to bring those familiar tastes into your home. And remember to come see our monthly on-site broadcasts centered around the community and our Baldwinsville beats. Pizza Man in Baldwinsville. Any way you slice it, they are always here for you.
This is Jimmer Sikowski, owner-operator of Chick-fil-A Cicero, 7916 Brewerton Road in Cicero, right in front of the Home Depot. I had a deep feeling that God wanted me to do something bigger with my life and to help people, help others. I kept putting Chick-fil-A in my life, and I realized as I was going through the franchise selection process that positively impacting the lives of others was really core to what we do here at Chick-fil-A. First of all, it starts with the food. The food is brought in fresh daily. We bring in local produce. We prepare to order in the kitchen. We hand bread our chicken. We hand spin our milkshakes. It's great food. It doesn't taste like fast food. I think the second thing is the way people feel when they come in a Chick-fil-A restaurant. It's different. We try to treat people with intentional kindness here, which is very different and deeper than good customer service. And so I think it feels remarkable for most people to come in a Chick-fil-A restaurant. And then lastly, the impact that we try to have in the community is very different. It's a big part of the expectation of every operator of a Chick-fil-A restaurant is that they're actively engaged in their community, they're a leader in the community, and they're making a difference. When they realize that what we're striving to do is to shine a little light in their life, that's a very, very different experience than you will have in any other quick service restaurant. And it's that remarkable experience that I think people will emotionally connect with.
I'm George Townsend of Honda City with some good advice when buying a new car. The true cost of owning a new car is determined by the appraised value when you trade it. No vehicle appraises higher than a Honda. Next, look for low APRs and deep discounts. You also want low maintenance costs and great fuel economy. That's why my advice to you is to buy a new Honda. Looking pre-owned, visit our Honda Certified Used Car Center. Honda City, 7140 Henry Clay Boulevard, Liverpool, or HondaCity-CNY.com.
It would be a pity if you don't shop at Honda City.
Our corporate purpose at Chick-fil-A is to glorify God by being faithful stewards of all that's entrusted to us and to positively influence all those who come in contact with Chick-fil-A. And what became increasingly clear from our success in Cicero is that people love Chick-fil-A. And also I think we recognized that, we had a great opportunity to grow the brand and grow our platform. I felt incredibly grateful when I was selected to be a Chick-fil-A operator. I think what it's meant for me, what I've come to realize on a very deep level is that this is a calling for me. It's not a career. It's not a job. The Lord called me to be a Chick-fil-A operator and to use these restaurants to glorify Him and to positively influence other people. I'm blessed. I'm very blessed.
Head to Chick-fil-A Clay on 3974 State Route 31 in Liverpool, New York.
Welcome back here to Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora inside of the Cafe Kubal studios here on Facebook.com, YouTube.com, and MixLR.com, all / Wake Up Call DT from inside the Cafe Kubal studios. Cafe Kubal, 3501 James Street, 324 West Water Street, 401 South Salina Street in Syracuse, on the corner of Route 11 and Taft Road at Sweetheart Corners in North Syracuse in their drive-through location, and on 343 Fayette Street in Manlius, New York, in their double-decker giant behemoth of a brown-striped building cafe that you could check out there with. I love the double-decker cafe that you can go upstairs and kind of hang out up there and overlook everything. Is actually really cool. So make sure you head out to Cafe Kubal today. The upstairs is like the size of a normal coffee shop. So you get the upstairs and the downstairs, whole built. Beautiful. Awesome place. Head out to Cafe Kubal today. We thank you so much for being here on Fridays, where we have Mon Pa's Kettle Corn's What's Poppin', MonPazPopcorn.com's What's Poppin', bringing you the annoying moment of the week, proudly presented by Carvel DeWitt. Lead, Learn, Evolve, Ad-Lib, and Deliver from Chick-fil-A Cicero, Chick-fil-A Clay, and the top dog of the week from K9 Camp Dog Daycare and K9 Kampground Dog Boarding. Always bringing you What's Poppin' every Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern Time. And on Friday, every Friday, these signature segments that we have for you, which I always love to do. Top dog of the week is next. My top dogs of the week here on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora, folks, has to go to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jacksonville Jaguars get my top dog of the week honors this week because this team, I love waking up in the morning seeing people, Jaguars today, go Jaguars, it's got to be the Jaguars. Now, some of you might be Fairweather fans trying to jump on the bandwagon, but what did I say at the beginning of the season? I said, to me, this would be a step forward, a good sign if my Jaguars went 7-10. That's all I needed. 7-10. Give me 7 wins, and I believe that this is a good season, that we have definitely shown some improvements to build upon. Well, folks, with 2 games to go, they already have 7. They got to the 7 I wanted. 7-8 right now. They have an opportunity to go to the playoffs, win the division, and host the. They are in full control of their destiny. They are in full control of their destiny. After beating the Cowboys, the Jaguars were in a situation where it doesn't matter what Tennessee does. As long as Jacksonville keeps winning, it doesn't matter. The Jacksonville Jaguars in control of their destiny. And as of right now, 7 teams make it in the AFC, 7 teams make it in the NFC. The Jaguars are the 9th team right now. The Patriots are 7-7, above the Jaguars. Jaguars are 7-8. They're now above the Jets because they beat the Jets head-to-head, because the Jets were above them. So the only thing that stands between Jacksonville and making the playoffs, Jacksonville. They play the Texans next week on the road, and they play Tennessee the final week of the season at home. They are trying to avenge a loss to the Texans from earlier this season, the only win the Texans have, and they're trying to get a victory over the Titans at home after defeating the Titans on the road. The Jacksonville Jaguars are in control. If they win the next 2 games, they win the AFC South, they go to the playoffs, and their first game is at home. They're the top dogs of the week because they got to the 7 wins that I thought would really show improvement and show something to build upon, like I said, in a good season. I know it's a losing record, but when your team has got 1 win, 3 win, 4 win seasons, to me, getting to 7-10 was showing me, okay, we're getting somewhere. They're already 7 wins in. They got 2 weeks to go. And they got 2 huge games in front of them. Stay focused. Win. Think about it like this. Cowboys came into town. The Jaguars defeated them in overtime. So not only did they play on Sunday, but they played extra time on Sunday and had a shortened week. You already got a shortened week from Sunday to Thursday. But the week got even shorter when you were on the field longer. They had a bunch of guys go down. The offensive line, just dealing with Brandon Sheriff having to go out, Cam Robinson, Jawan Taylor over the last couple weeks. And you just keep fighting. I love seeing the fight in this team. I love the next man up approach. I love that it's really showing that the starting 5 are protecting Trevor Lawrence. The guys behind those guys are protecting Trevor Lawrence. Trevor looks comfortable. I told you I was not worried about Trevor. I thought in the second year he was going to progress. He was going to have a better year. He was going to get better. I'm not surprised in Trevor. And I'm not surprised in this defense because the defense showed signs at the beginning of the season. The top dogs of the week are my Jacksonville Jaguars. I know some of you are jumping on the bandwagon, but those of you that know me, I've been a fan since 1995 when the team started. They're my top dogs of the week because they're in control of their destiny and they keep making steps forward toward what they want. And I appreciate hard work, dedication, and determination. So shout out to my top dogs that are actually cats, the Jaguars. Proudly presented by Canine Kamp Dog Daycare and Canine Kampground Dog Boarding. Those of you that have been here patient waiting for 2 Mike's No Filter. That's coming up in just a second here on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora, where sports meets that thing called life. Very excited to share that with you, so we're going to be bringing that to you momentarily here on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora. We appreciate you being here every Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern Time. The top dog of the week proudly presented by Canine Camp Dog Daycare and Canine Kampground Dog Boarding. Head out to either one of these beautiful establishments in East Syracuse, right off of Bridge Street, for short and long-term care for your furry-loving friends. And make sure you call in advance. They do fill up quick. They are a wonderful place, and they do right by your dog. So they are a place that has a great reputation, continues to grow, evolve under Lorraine Perry, Chad, and the entire team. A big thanks to everybody out at Canine Camp Dog Daycare and Canine Kampground Dog Boarding, giving us peace of mind when we have to drop off our family members for an hour or two or a few days. Thank you for all you do, Canine Camp Dog Daycare and Canine Kampground Dog Boarding. For more information on the camp, you can go to k-9kamp.com, and for the campground, you can go to k-9kampground.com. You can also call the daycare at 315-437-7110. That's 315-437-7110. And you can call the campground for dog boarding at 315-299-4013. That's 315-299-4013. Call over there today. Let them know the Wake Up Call sent you, and we appreciate you as always. We'll take a step aside for a fast break, and we'll come back with an all-new edition of 2 Mics, No Filter, featuring myself and Andrea Smith, my co-host, giving you our top 10 list for songs of 2022. Andrea giving her list, and I give mine. We have some similarities and some differences. Some songs on our list that weren't even station with Andrea Smith right after this on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora. Avicoli's, located on the corner of Route 57 and Wetzel Road in Liverpool, New York, has been your trusted neighbor for decades. Located just steps from Liverpool High School, we're happy to have the Liverpool Warriors on-site, on-location broadcast at Avicoli's through Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora every single month, featuring student-athletes, coaches, and administration throughout the year from Liverpool High School. Head out to Avicoli's today on the corner of Route 57 and Wetzel Road in Liverpool, New York, open Tuesday through Sunday for lunch, dinner, and drinks. We'd love to see you out there. And of course, you can call them at 315-622-5100 for takeout, delivery, and catering. That's 315-622-5100. And also find them on myavicoli's.com. That's myaviccollis.com. Having peace of mind when you're out of town that your furry-loving friend is safe and sound means taking them to Canine Kampground, because we all know that when it comes to the love of our pets, it goes well beyond the call of duty to make sure they're safe and sound. Right, Lily? So take a ride to 242 Johnson Street in East Syracuse, New York, and see Canine Kampground and where your dog will be staying, in the classic cabin, the executive cabin, the grand cabin, or of course the luxury cabin, because if you know Lily, you know she loves luxury. Now you don't have to wait to the last minute to find a family member or a friend that'll take your dog for a few days. Call Canine Kampground at 315-299-4013. That's 315-299-4013. Their drop-off and pickup times are Monday through Sunday. Check K9Kampground.com for more information. That's the letter K, the number 9, and Kampground spelled with a K.com. K9Kampground.com.
When you're going out of town, bring your dog to Canine Kampground.
PB&J's Lunchbox, the food truck that you love finding all throughout Central and Upstate New York, now has a street-side cafe. So when you're craving their traditional favorites as well as their out-of-box amazing menu items, you can now head to 663 Old Liverpool Road in Liverpool, New York. Located just minutes from the highway, the Thruway, Destiny USA, and Onondaga Lake Parkway, PB&J's Lunchbox Street-Side Cafe is there for you Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m., serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner all throughout the day. Get breakfast for dinner, dinner for lunch, whatever you fancy, including their award-winning grilled peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Find them at 663 Old Liverpool Road in Liverpool, New York. PB&J's Lunchbox, where we love to know what's in your lunchbox. This is a special message from 317 at Montgomery restaurant owner Joel Carpenter. Open Tuesday through Saturday for your dining pleasure on 317 Montgomery Street in Syracuse, New York.
We wanted to be a part of the resurgence of Syracuse. We saw a lot of money being put into bringing people back downtown and thought that, we'd like to be a part of that. I love putting together a good dish where people see it first, they fall in love with it, and then it tastes just as good as it looks. We want to provide the best food in Syracuse that we possibly can, and we want you to leave here talking to your family, your friends about what you had to eat first and foremost, but also our service, and to walk out feeling like you're part of our family. I work out in the front of the house a lot, and I love walking to every single table, asking them how everything is, and people looking at me and smiling and saying, this is the most amazing short rib I've ever had. This is the most amazing filet I've ever had. And Donna is great. Sarah's amazing. Thank you for coming over and talking to us. And then them just being truly happy for the experience that they've gotten.
317 at Montgomery Restaurant, part of the fabric of downtown Syracuse, located on 317 Montgomery Street in Syracuse, New York. Open Tuesday through Saturday for a unique and memorable dining experience. What's up, everyone? We are here for an all-new edition of Two Mics, No Filter, a piece of Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora, and we are for the first time in the same place at the same time. So, Andrea Smith, myself, Dan Tortora, aka DT, and we are in sunny Florida with a Christmas tree behind us. So ready and festive as this week is Christmas week. So Merry early Christmas to you.
Merry early Christmas to you. It's cold here.
It is
cold.
cold.
You can't tell. It's cold.
It's a little chilly. You're very set up to be in there though. Like you found your kind of way to crawl into the chair where I'm. I'm wearing shorts.
Okay. I'm 5'1", so I fit in small confined spaces.
True.
It's very cold, and I am born and raised in Florida, so 60 degrees is very cold to me.
I feel like I should do this.
Yeah.
It's a little chilly.
I know, but let's talk about the Jaguars.
Jacksonville won a game. Now, if you thought that my intro to Black Panther was good, listen to this one. So, Jacksonville and Dallas are my two favorite teams. Okay. Jacksonville first, Dallas a close second.
Okay.
Both on opposite sides of the NFL, so if a Super Bowl were to happen, they could play each other. My game that I always wanted to see live, Jacksonville Jaguars, Dallas Cowboys. Well, I got to see that, cover the game, talk with the Jaguars after it, and I said going into the game, I want it to be close, I want it to come down to the end, and I think they'll score in the 30s. It was close, it came down to the end, scored 34 apiece, went to overtime. Jaguars win, and what to me was my perfect Super Bowl personally.
Well, it's like your Hail Merry Christmas.
Yeah, it was beautiful. Rayshon Jenkins with a very incredible 51-yard, and in my story title was Jenkins makes a deposit before closing the bank on the Cowboys.
I saw that.
A little bit different.
I don't think anybody expected the Jaguars to pull a win out of yesterday. So I think that makes obviously the victory Monday sweeter.
Yeah.
When the Jaguars win, but Jacksonville's a funny town because people have been so optimistic about having a team win for so long that, I mean, this is a town that deserves winners. And we have so many people moving here, new Jaguar fans. So I think that I think we're on the road to some better times.
I said at the beginning of the year, before any games were played, I said, give me 7 and 10, and that to me was going to be an improvement. So they're 6 and 8 at the time that we're talking. They have 3 more weeks. If they win out, no matter what the Titans do, if Jacksonville wins out, including their last game at home against the Titans in Week 18, they will not only get in the playoffs, they will win the division of the AFC South.
It's crazy.
No matter what happens, as long as they win.
Well, I'm hoping that you are right.
I wanted 7 and 10. They're 6 and 8. If I get one more, I could get what I asked for in prediction, but I would like to go to the playoffs. And on top of all of that, it was great. And I will say this about Foye Aluakin said to me after the show, it was great to see the stadium filled. He would like for it to next time not be half other people's fans, half Jaguars fans. He wants to see the whole thing Duval'd out. So
and again, I think that will happen over time. I think that again, the fans are tired, optimistic but tired, and
snowbirds too.
Yeah, but a couple more good wins, and I think that will lead the season to where the fans are excited about next season.
Yeah,
and they're not coming into it off of a losing season.
Right.
Because it does make ticket sales a little bit.
There's been a lot of those.
Yeah, it makes it challenging to want to spend the money on ticket sales when.
Something to be happy about, though, they will not have 3 years of the first overall pick, which means they won't be the worst team in the country 3 years in a row.
I think that is the best way to look at it. The glass half full.
Glass half full. So we have today our top songs of 2022, top 10 songs of 2022. Knowing what we do with Two Mics, No Filter, Andrea and I will probably get into other topics as we go along. But I want people to know it is beautiful here. It was beautiful for the Jaguars game. Yeah. Blue skies, 66, straight sun. Just, I could not ask for anything more beautiful. And there's something about the smell of Florida and it being my second home. Today, when I came over to get set up for the show, I put the window down.
Yeah.
There was a smell today that it gets me in my heart to a place where I'm like, I could move right now.
Don't you think it's like a beachy smell? Like almost like I
don't know how to describe it. It's like beach, Disney, suntan lotion. It's its own thing. I don't know why people knock Florida because I think Florida is arguably maybe the best state in the union.
Definitely the best state.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but I lived here for a long time.
Who would be your second?
Best state?
Yeah.
I don't know.
My worst state is California. I don't even think about it.
Yeah.
Worst state. Gas was $6 years ago in California, and you have smog, and you have all that traffic. Like there's traffic, but we're like manageable because it's an amusement state.
Back up.
People stop in traffic to watch everything.
Back up. Jacksonville's manageable. St. Augustine's manageable. Miami is not manageable.
Orlando's not manageable. I-4 is where you get.
But they have the express lanes now, and I-4 has really stepped up their game in the last few months.
Shout out to Ron DeSantis, who during the hurricane time, which I hope everybody's doing better, when the couple weeks after the hurricane, he suspended paying to be in the express lane. So I don't have a Sun Pass, and I got to drive in the express lane. Thank you to him for that.
He's a wonderful guy.
I'm just happy that I didn't have to pay to drive in the express lane. That's all
He really is the GOAT.
You think so?
For sure.
Yeah.
So you don't know what GOAT means? It's the greatest of all time.
Yeah. And it's what I didn't call Tom Brady a few years ago. I called it now. Fans getting weird with me. I said it after he won in Tampa because who wins in Tampa? But
he's having a rough season though.
He is. Maybe his thing is kind of like Tiger Woods. When you took away all of Tiger Woods' side girls, he stopped golfing well.
Yeah.
Now that there's no Giselle, we're seeing another Tom Brady.
But I do think I think personal stress in general can weigh so much on your, it can weigh so much on your performance in any aspect of your career or whatever it is. So to assume that his life is somewhat in shambles right now compared to probably all of what he's known.
Right.
And to think that he's going to go out there and have his best, unless he was miserably married and like relieved or something, like to think that he's going to have a great situation happen. I think
I wasn't miserably married. I just spent most of the time by myself. I won't say it was miserable.
Yeah.
it was manageable, but for
Why
a
do you
certain,
spend most of the time by yourself?
because she just didn't want to go anywhere. She didn't want to do anything.
Oh.
I did a ton of events, which you go out to stuff all the time. I did a ton of events wearing my ring, and when I got divorced, people were like, "You were married?" I was
Because
like, "What do
they
you
never saw
mean?"
her.
Because they never saw her.
Yeah.
So I guess they just never looked at my.
Yeah.
And now I actually do this. This has meaning. So my hand has rings on every finger except for my ring finger, because no one's allowed to take this unless they're worthy of it. But the other fingers are taken.
It's like, don't get the wrong idea. They're not on that finger.
Yeah, they're on everyone but, and this was my Jack Sparrow hand. So this actually means this is leadership, ambition, and then this was a present. It's a spin ring that was given to me by my mom because I actually lost one that was like this. So, shout out to my mom for being just the best mom ever.
I mean, I have great parents too. If my mom watches this, she's
Yeah.
like, "Why do you say I was the best mom ever?"
I have to play it off, and then you have to. Do you consider yourself to be a good mom? Out of 10, where would you put yourself?
7. I need a strong 7.
You didn't even have
solid.
to think about
A
that.
solid 7.
Okay.
Well, I'm a good mom. Like, I'm an excellent time manager. To be honest with you, when it comes to like my own time, I manage to get done. I could run circles around other people in like career and fitness and being, there for the kids. But like, I lose my cool a lot. Like, I'm not a gentle parent. Whatever that means. I do not gentle parent.
Right, you tell them how you feel in the moment.
I do.
Like, you're the parent that would be like, "What are you, an idiot?"
Right. And I had somebody say to me recently, like, you just have one job, and it's just to, make sure that you don't ruin your kids. And I'm like, well, I probably.
Who says that?
Somebody said that to me recently.
That's why I don't like California. I'm sure there's good parents in California, but I mean, I don't know.
I'm not good at discipline when it comes to like sticking to rules, and I'm not good at like bedtimes, like stuff like that. I'm not good at, or cooking. Like, it's not that I am not good at cooking. I bet I could be good at cooking. I don't cook. So
I can picture you starting something and then throwing the spoon, going, "Why isn't it done?"
I just like, it's just cooking is a lot of work.
It's not though.
It is.
It's a passion project.
I don't have a passion for it.
It
So
really
that's why I
is.
don't have a project on it.
There's a few things that I can shut my brain off for completely. But washing dishes, cooking, playing basketball, or singing, I don't think. So that's why cooking to me is a very soothing thing, because my brain is always going,
Yeah.
and I like when I can shut it off. And for whatever reason, when I cook, I don't think
Yeah.
at all.
Not me, but that's nice. That's nice. That's nice.
So what is your best meal that you cook?
Well, I don't cook any.
You don't cook anything? You don't cook anything? You just said you don't think that you cook at some point in your life, right?
Yeah,
Tell me what you make. Tell me what you made besides ramen and toast.
You know what I make? Honestly, a lot of like, my kids eat lean cuisines.
That's not cooking.
I know.
That's heating it up.
Okay, I cook cookies. We bake cookies for Halloween.
You just said you cooked cookies.
I bake them, and they're not the best cookies I've ever tasted in my life.
So of the two of us, I'm the cook and you're the.
Okay, but here's the thing. I know that I can cook because when Josh and I first got together, my husband, when we first got together, before kids and all that, like, I remember, like, when you first get together and you're living together and you're playing house a little bit, like, I made things like healthier versions of lasagna or whatever. I know I could cook, and I also follow directions well.
Yeah.
I just don't have a passion for it, so I don't do it a whole lot.
Yeah. Okay. That's all right.
Yeah.
So what would Josh say is your best meal?
He wouldn't. He would say no meals.
When
When
you
you
were-
call him and ask him, he would say no meals.
Does he cook?
He does.
What does he cook?
So, okay.
Josh, this is all about you right now. I'm going to paint a very good picture, because right now on this screen, there's 3 people being discussed. 2 of them are men, 1 of them's a woman, and both of the men cook. So I just want to kill stereotypes
Okay,
today.
he is a fitness
I
competitor.
want to murder
He's
stereotypes.
super strict about his diet. So
Okay.
he's a chicken,
Yeah,
steak,
chicken or
rice, vegetable kind of guy. That's
Okay.
what he is.
What kind of chicken does he make? Does he season the chicken?
He does.
No bland chicken.
No, he
Or
does
Josh?
season the chicken.
If Josh was sitting here right now, what would he make for us? Would he cook on the grill?
He would do probably chicken because he has to cook it in bulk.
Okay, so he's going to make a lot of chicken.
Yeah. But like, he's not afraid to like pull out, macaroni and cheese and make it or something for the kids. Like, he would be.
Yeah. I can't deal with you.
This is really
My best-
painting a horrible picture of me as a wife, and
the
it's not the
best
case. I'm
meal.
an excellent wife.
What do you out of 10 for a wife?
7. Strong 7 again. Great wife.
What are you?
Handles all the shit. Gets everything done.
As a co-host, what would you score yourself? It's our 4th show together.
9. A better co-host.
So this is where you give yourself more as a
Yeah.
co-host.
Yeah.
Okay. Where would you score me in preparation for today's top songs?
3.
I knew you were going to say 3.
We
I'll
had
take it
2
3.
weeks to find out our top songs.
I've been
He shows up
busy.
today without he says he's been
I've
busy.
been traveling.
Mom of 2, traveling career woman, teaches fitness classes, like all over the place. He says he's been busy. So anyway, he
I
tells me
can't say it to you, but I have been busy.
I believe it, but he says to me, he's like, "Oh, I got to just look at my top 10 list a little bit." He sits down. He has not done his top 10 at all.
What I thought I was looking at, I was making it.
It wasn't done at all.
I had 3 on the way
He has
here.
a hard stop. So you better.
I had 3 on the way here. 3 on the way here. I'm so proud. Okay. Let's go to number 10.
All right, let's go.
So your number 10 is what? I'll let you go. I'll let the non-cooks go first.
Okay, good, perfect. I love to be a non-cook, so I could go first. Perfect.
Okay.
Okay, so country music, Cole Swindell. She had me at Heads Carolina. The reason
good
why
song.
it is, I loved the original with Jody Messina back in the day, the Heads Carolina song. Loved that. It was came out when I was probably in 6th or 7th grade.
I would pick heads over tails in this song.
Okay.
I don't want people to think I hate California.
Okay,
right now.
but
I just don't like how
I think it's a great song, and I love people that like correlate old song, new song, like a remix style. Love that.
Heads Carolina, tails California.
Yeah, good
I like
song.
it. There's a girl I dated from Carolina, and it made me kind of think of that too. Back in the day.
Like a girl from Carolina.
I would like a girl from Carolina. This one, we were. Well, I was mature. She was not as mature. She was like 19. I was in my early 20s.
Is this the Disney girl?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a Disney
okay. This
girl.
is the Disney girl. Sweet as can be.
Yeah, she was a sweet. She's a sweet girl. She still stalks my Instagram sometimes, but
I don't really think she's stalking you as much as she's probably cheering you on.
maybe.
But I love that guy. She's stalking.
We'll
I bet
say-
she likes your Instagram, and you're like, oh, she stalks me.
Well, no, based on what she's said to me when her grandfather passed away, it feels a little bit like, did I make the right decision type of thing.
Is she married?
Yeah, and that's why I didn't understand why she reached out. Married 2 kids. Bless her heart. I mean, I hope the best for her, but she's chosen her life, and I've chosen mine. That's how I look at it.
Dun, dun, dun.
No, we would have been a good couple, but she didn't really let that thing come to fruition, and that's okay. I think she's a great person. She's been there for me when I've needed someone to be there. She's been a good friend. Yeah.
Okay.
She's one of the good ones out there. I don't want to paint a bad picture.
Yeah, I
of her.
hope she doesn't see this.
Yeah. I mean, what? Because I said some stuff, but
Yeah, you chose your life. I chose mine.
I mean, she did choose her life, and I did choose mine. I would have stayed with her if we could work it out. Her grandfather, fantastic human being, God bless him in heaven. So my number 10, I guess this fits because of me running my mouth right now, but Sam Smith, Kim Petras, Unholy.
Oh,
That's my
yeah,
number
I do
10.
like that song too. And there's already some remixes coming out of that. You know,
That's
funny
the
thing
song.
about Kim Petras is I feel like she's had a couple dance songs, and then all of a
I didn't know
sudden,
her.
yeah, she's had like songs on like BPM or serious stuff, like songs like that. She had some things like that, and then all of a sudden, I feel like this one song is like really emerging her to pop culture.
Yeah. I mean, I had no idea who she was.
She has a good
I love
song.
Sam Smith.
Yeah, she has a good song, like a breakup song that I'm a huge fan of. Song that came out, but it came out in like 2018. But I'm a fan.
Okay. All right. I was going to make a joke, but I'm going to hold off and I'm going to make it later. What's your number 9?
Speaking of BPM and dance music, electronic type of music, Chainsmokers, fantastic group.
Yes. They did a song with.
Riptide.
Do you know where Chainsmokers are from?
I don't.
Syracuse. They
Oh,
went to
really?
Syracuse University.
I love them.
Yeah, they did the song with not Selena Gomez. They did the song with, oh my goodness, Daniel. I could see her face. She's beautiful. Oh my gosh. Who is it? People are going to kill me for not knowing this.
I don't know, but I just made me think of another song. It should be on my
There's
list.
really good breakup songs. I'm going to look it up right now. Okay. My number 9, while I look this up, is Post Malone with Doja Cat. I Like You, which is also called a happier song, and we're all about positivity between the two of us. And
Yeah,
sort
it
of
is.
2 mics, no filter. So.
It is a happier song because it's not talking about breakup.
Halsey. I don't have to look
Oh,
it up.
I love Halsey.
There you go.
You know Halsey's real name is Ashley. It's the Halsey spelled jumbled.
That's pretty cool.
Learn something every day.
You want to know what I didn't know and I don't want to admit to you, but I'm going to admit it?
Please.
I didn't know for years, because I never put it together, that Florida was Florida.
Yeah, that's weird.
I really didn't put it together.
Yeah. I love Flo Rida, by the way.
And I feel like I've done very well in school. It's not like I'm not a smart individual.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm looking up another song. I'm not being rude, just so you guys know. I have another song.
She's texting while
I'm
we're
changing my list. I'm making a quick change.
You're texting while we're having a conversation.
I'm making a quick change on my list. I think something. Yep, I have to make a quick change. Yeah, I'm making a quick change.
So technically, how about this? Your list was done after mine.
Technically, you just win.
Thank you.
Okay. Oh, I know where I'm going.
What's your number 8?
My number 8 is.
Come on.
Cold, Cold Heart, Elton John and Dua Lipa.
I could have put one on mine, but I won't. Okay, all right.
It's a good choice.
All right.
That's another one, though, I feel like she cannot do any wrong right now. Every song she comes out with is pretty
Dua
popular.
Lipa, yeah, there's really nothing she can't.
Yeah, she's really...
She's good.
Her good songs.
My number 8, be so proud of me. Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift. Anti-hero. I did it. I put her on. I can't listen. So my favorite anti-hero of Marvel is Venom. And if I could play any 2 characters in the Marvel Cinematic Universe and I had a choice, I would either be Spider-Man or Venom. Spider-Man's taken. Venom is not. So I would play Venom, and he's an anti-hero. And she came out with a song called Anti-Hero. And so I'm going to have to put her on that because of Venom and also because the beat's good. Whatever.
The beat's good. The message of the song is what is really great about that song.
It is.
It's really about her, like her trauma with herself. Like it's her. She said it's her most vulnerable song she's ever written because she's
normally she writes about other men's vulnerabilities.
Yeah, she's talking about like who she really is and personal her own insecurities, which I think is.
I'm waiting for her to come out with a song called "He Has a Small Penis" because she said everything else about a man except for that.
She's definitely getting more.
Tell me honest. Maybe about herself.
I was gonna say ballsy. I'm just not sure you're allowed to say that.
I said penis.
I know. I didn't think you were allowed to say that either.
I think I'm allowed to say that. Wait, hold on. Let me check. The owner of the show. Yeah, he said it's all right.
She's definitely getting more ballsy though, right? As she gets older, like with her stuff
about herself. But I think I would rather date Taylor Swift now as she's talking about her own stuff and like being more honest about herself. I would date
than the sweet 19-year-old.
I would date her today. What do you mean? Oh, about the girl that? No, I could have potentially married that sweet 19-year-old when I was 22. So
that was probably a girl just like Taylor Swift.
You know, it's just we chose different things. That's it. And I wish her the best.
Okay.
You know, if given the opportunity in a different world, I would consider it. So I want to clarify my error because I think I was mean about her.
You were, and if she's listening,
if she was single and I
unhappy in her life,
if she was single and I was single, I would date her.
You heard it here first.
There you go. I said it. Did I clear the air now?
Yeah.
Am I okay?
Oh my god! And on this subject, my next song, and I made a switch. I switched. I originally had, which totally should be top 10, but I like too many songs, so it can't be top 10. Originally, I had About Damn Time by Lizzo. Okay. Good song and tons of TikToks and all that. Clearly should be in top 10.
Okay.
It can be in the Billboard top 10.
Okay.
Mine is a song called, I think it's called Make You Say, and it's by Zed and Maren Morris. And it's a breakup song, and she's basically saying, like, you're going to regret walking away from me for all the reasons. She's got her own reasons.
Look, you made a good point. You somehow came to my side of the argument on
Well, I was going to put it at number 4, but it made sense now at number 7. So
my number 7 is a song that's connected to a treasure of a movie that surpasses time. I've watched it multiple times. We'll continue to watch it multiple times. There's nothing better than this sometimes in showing camaraderie, connection, love, and family. So Rihanna, Lift Me Up. And I put it as number 7 because because the song makes me emotional, and it's because it's slower. I think my songs that are in the top 5 are more upbeat.
Okay.
So I'd put this one at 7, but Rihanna.
I thought it was your number 1.
I mean, look at Kendrick Lamar killed the first album, and Rihanna's wreaking havoc with the second one for Black Panther. So they can do no wrong. Ryan Coogler's a genius.
Yeah.
I can't get over how you fit in the chair right now. I can't.
I can't get over so far how every song has somehow tied back to Marvel.
Not all my songs.
When you go to watch this and you see that I've rolled my eyes.
When?
Multiple times.
Taylor Swift did. Unholy did it.
Okay. What number are we on? 6?
Did you really roll your eyes?
I did.
See, this is me paying attention to them and just letting you be you. I wasn't like staring at you while we were looking at them. So I thought that you were like on my team since we're doing the show together.
Right.
I thought you had my 6.
I do, but I'm surprised at how much Marvel. I mean, I'm still a little.
I love Marvel.
I know. Okay.
You should too.
Number 6.
You'd be a better. I couldn't give it up.
You'd be a better mom if I liked Marvel more.
I was going to say you'd be a better mom. I stopped myself because you'd hit me rightly so. I would never call it. I would never tell a woman to be a better mom because you should hit me.
My kids.
That's why I didn't say it.
My son does like Marvel. Right now he's into Pokemon. Okay, and we can only handle one big thing at a time.
You need to figure out parenting in that world. You need to get them back to Marvel.
Unfortunately, all the kids at school have got them a Pokemon.
You need to shift them off of that.
Okay.
Listen, Pokemon, and
he was Black Panther, I think, already for one of the Halloween, so.
I love Pokemon, right? I just Marvel's better.
Okay. Anyway, let's
That's
go
going to
on.
cause a lot of arguments.
Number 6.
That was a lot of fights today. Number 6.
Country song.
Okay.
By somebody you like. Okay.
Bring it.
Kane Brown and his wife, Caitlin. Thank God. That is a great song.
Such a great song.
Such a great song. And like, I bet you $5, like it's probably going to become one of the top wedding songs of 2023.
I think so.
You know, people are going to be choosing that as their wedding dance song.
So I'm going to make an adjustment. I have to. And I'm going to make the adjustment, and my phone won't let me do it right now.
Okay.
But I'm making the adjustment because Kane Brown and his wife, Caitlin, made that song, I thank God. That's going to be my number 6. I'm going to tell you what it took the place of. So the last girl that I dated, our song, one of our songs, I guess it was our song, was Shivers by Ed Sheeran.
Love it.
But I can tell you, one of the greatest feelings when you get over a breakup and it doesn't bother you anymore is I crank that song.
Yeah.
You know, normally if you're still like hanging on to something, you're like, oh, I can't listen to it.
Yeah.
So let me say close tie, and this is going to play in perfectly, I think. Ed Sheeran, Shivers, because I got over a breakup. Thank God, because I look forward to the woman I get to thank God for someday.
Yeah.
So my number 6 is a tie.
That is a great song. Both are good songs, though.
Yeah.
I have to say about Ed
Shivers is good.
Ed Sheeran, his last album, I used to think he was such a dorky guy, but his last album,
last couple,
it has been
this one's great.
Fire.
This one's killing it.
Oh my gosh.
But the one that he just hit was
Overpass Graffiti, Overpass Graffiti.
That's
literally my favorite song.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
It's the best song.
There's a lot of Overpass Graffiti in Central New York.
There's a lot of Overpass Graffiti in people's lives. Anyway.
Look at that, and I got rid of my graffiti. How about?
All right. You ready?
Yeah.
Number 5?
Yes.
Okay. Katy Perry, Alesso, When I'm Gone.
Okay.
All right. Song. Remember, guys, I'm a spin instructor, so a little bit of a fast beat goes a long way with me.
You got to have that.
Good little club mix, you know?
My number 5, one of my favorite bands of all time that I really want to see in concert, and one of my anthem songs of my life comes from this band.
Okay.
And that song is Thunder, but I couldn't pick it for this year because it's not in 2022. So my 5th favorite song is Bones by Imagine Dragons.
Imagine Dragons.
Which has a music video of people turning into zombies.
Did you watch, what was the zombie show?
Walking Dead.
Yeah, did you watch that? Were you into it?
Yeah. I got into it after, it was like 5 seasons in, I got it.
After it was like a cult classic.
Yeah, I don't like zombie things. And I was told by, shout out to Mel. Mel told me, he was like, you gotta watch the show. I was like, yeah, but I don't like zombies and the gruesomeness and all that. He said, it's so much deeper than that. You get invested in the characters and the deeper meaning of things. And I watched it and I got into it. And then when people told me they weren't into it, I said, you got to look past the zombies. There's a deeper effect. You get into the deeper meaning of things. And it's true. So to this day, I'm a huge fan of it. And there's a bunch of spinoffs. One of them is Negan and Maggie coming to New York City. 3 things I like about that. Negan, fantastic. Love his story. Maggie, I'd marry that girl. And the third thing is New York City. Why do you make faces?
It's natural.
I wouldn't.
I don't mean to. It's just natural.
She country accent, beautiful woman. So played by Laura Cohen, wonderful actress. And my third reason is because they're going to New York City. So if you thought that 11 years of zombies were bad, why don't you go to New York City and go to the subway and go get some soup? You can't go anywhere in New York City. There's millions of people, and those zombies, no matter how many were killed, it's like going through a whole new apocalypse.
So there's zombies coming to New York City?
Oh, they're already there. Maggie and Negan are going there. Why did you make a face when I said I would marry Maggie?
Is she a zombie now?
She's not. None of
Is she
the
a real
people
person?
I'm mentioning are zombies.
Oh, I
She's a
didn't
real
know
person.
that.
You thought I was saying I would marry a zombie?
Yeah, that's why I was making a face. I was like, that's.
You think everybody on The Walking Dead is dead?
Well, yeah, I did actually. Because how many people are left?
Not many.
I didn't think so. I thought-
Maggie's one of them. You thought I would love a zombie?
My husband used to watch this show, and all I could hear was like people sloshing around.
Was he physically attracted to zombies?
No.
Okay.
I think he does like gruesome stuff.
Okay. See, you judged a book by its cover.
I don't like it.
Number 4.
Okay, number 4. Oh shoot. What is my number 4, you guys? Oh, I know what it is.
Go ahead.
Hold Me Closer. Elton John and Britney Spears.
Tiny Dancer.
Listen, let me tell you guys something. I know I'm going to get flack for it. I know what you're thinking. Britney Spears Instagram is all over the place. So 2 years ago, though, I was rocking a Free Britney t-shirt. And I felt like I was very much on the whole, get Britney Spears out of her situation, conservatorship world.
Yeah.
Now, I will tell you, my opinion is slightly changed.
Okay.
I do think Britney has some mental illness, for real.
Shaved her head and was barefoot in a gas station.
Okay. Barefoot in the gas station is not mental illness, by the way. It's not clean, but it's not mental illness.
I'm not going to say what I want to say.
Yeah, don't.
If you're barefoot, I mean, most people with a brain don't go barefoot into a gas. If you're going into the gas,
my kids walk into the gas station.
Wait a minute. If you're going into the gas mart, if you're going into like the grocery store, the gas station, fine. If you're going into the gas, not the redone places. I'm talking backwoods, Deltona, in the middle of nowhere. You walk into the gas station where you need the giant paddle that has the key on it. Don't walk into that one barefoot. There's hepatitis on the floor.
But maybe she didn't have her shoes.
A rich woman didn't have her shoes. She had no shoes. Don't do that.
I'm just saying, I definitely think something's off, right?
A little bit.
But I do think that she performed during a lot of that conservatorship. How messed up could she have been to be able to carry on some good performances during that time?
Why do they call it conservatorship if she wasn't conservative?
Do you know what a conservatorship is?
No, I'm making a joke on the play on
Okay, I was
words.
going to say.
I'm making a joke on the play on words.
I don't know.
Because she was very, racy out there. Almost naked most of the time.
But at the time, it was like she was the queen of pop.
Right.
I do think
Mandy Moore did it with her clothes on. With her clothes on.
I think Mandy Moore.
I think Mandy Moore's gorgeous.
This is us.
This is us.
You know, a fun fact. I love Mandy. I love that show. Did you like that show?
This is us.
This is us.
I don't want to talk about the fact that I haven't seen a lot of it.
Oh, really?
I don't want to.
Okay,
I didn't want to cry.
Another day. It is a very sad show. And I loved it.
cry.
I felt heartbroken, deeply heartbroken when it ended.
Don't say it.
So I would tell you something on a music note. This is kind of funny. Not really funny, haha, at all. But just small world. Mandy Moore. In fact, you brought that up.
Yeah.
Years ago, I was like a backup dancer for this local girl who's now my very best friend in the whole world. And she's probably going to watch this. And anyway, we opened for Mandy Moore at like a little grad night.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Who's the girl?
My best friend Ashley.
Your best friend Ashley.
Yeah, but she was a singer at the time.
Okay. What did she go? What did she go by? She go by her name or no?
She went by her name.
What's her name?
Ashley.
She what? We can't say her last name.
Okay, Ashley Curtis.
I don't know
what she was going
No,
to
I'm
She was young. This is 20 years ago.
I'm asking because I had a friend Ashley who also performed, and I didn't know where she had kind of stationed herself because we lost touch.
No, they were in like a little girl group at first, and they separated and the whole thing. But
okay, shout out to Ashley.
Ashley, she's gonna love this.
Show her.
She just
some
had a
love.
baby.
Shout out to Ashley and your baby.
That's right.
And to Mandy Moore. You opened for Mandy Moore?
It was like a grad night type of
Did
thing.
you get to
like
meet
that.
her?
No.
I would date Mandy Moore.
Yeah.
No face.
To be honest with you, I think that that's very normal to want to date Mandy Moore because she's the girl next door.
She is.
The girl next door.
I
mean, in a way, I guess.
I think so.
In a way.
I mean,
I mean, a girl, you know,
nice, has country accent, looks like
Mandy Moore.
Puts on a
baseball cap, tennis shoes, goes to the game, doesn't wear heels there.
Yeah.
It's girl next door.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, if I ever have a girl next door, I'll let you know.
Yeah. Where are the girls
Where
next
are the
door?
girls next door?
In today's world, where are the girls next door?
I don't know.
They're all hiding.
We gotta find them.
It's a crazy world. Okay, my number 4. You ready?
Yep.
My number 4, just kidding. My number 4 is, it's so tough. My number 4 is going to go to Rima and Selena Gomez, Calm Down, which I listened to on the way here.
Okay.
And it's just a beat, and I have Hispanic blood, and I can't help that my shoulders and my hips move. And when I drive, it's not always safe, but it's what I do. That's my number 4.
Okay.
Top
like
3. 3 final.
Okay.
Top 10 songs of 2022 here with 2 mics, no filter on Wake Up.
Okay, so I'm going back to country music.
I have 2 country songs in my top 3.
Okay. I have one, and it's "If I Didn't Love You" by Jason Aldean and Carrie Underwood.
That's a very good
It's a great song.
Makes me sad.
Makes me sad too.
But I do like it.
I do too.
And I like Carrie Underwood. Met her 3 times. Well, I went to 3 of her shows. I met her 1 time, got her autograph, took a picture, and talked to her.
Same. I did too. And she's also a body armor person. So
very
we do
sweet.
a lot with her.
Yeah, I did.
She's teeny tiny though.
Yeah, I did see though that she's got some promos for a
She
new
does.
flavor.
There's some stuff coming out with us.
Yeah, good for
Yeah,
Carrie.
she was on my original brand also. She was a big part of that. So I did the concert stuff with her back then, but she's great. There's something about breakup songs. Even if you're not going through that kind of stuff, it's like they just hit different.
I got one coming up.
Okay, let's go.
You didn't know who this was, and I'm astonished because you like country music. Mitchell Tenpenny, "Truth About You," and it's got a great hook. He says, "If you quit, wow, I can't talk today. If you quit telling lies about me, I won't tell the truth about you." Is how the chorus sounds.
I actually wonder if I heard this song on the way here also. I feel like it was on.
If you quit telling lies about me, I won't tell the truth about you. So many things in this song play into very much things I've experienced, which is why he's in my top 10.
Is it in the chorus? Is there something where he says like, "Why can't we just make this even?"
Yeah.
Okay, I think I heard it. I do like that song.
Yeah.
I never heard of him, but I do like the song.
Yeah, just like call it even. Just wipe the slate clean. You stop spreading lies.
Yeah, I did hear that song. Okay, I like that song. Okay, cool. I like that.
Truth About You. I almost forgot it. My goodness, I couldn't. Top 2.
Okay, top 2.
Your number 2.
My number 2 is the entire Taylor Swift Midnight's album. If you want to,
I need a button to be like, you can't.
No, you can. We made the rules. You can.
We didn't make any rules.
You can't choose the song. Okay, you can't choose the song. Since you said anti-hero, I'm going to go with Bejeweled. But I still say okay, Lavender Haze. I can keep going.
Lavender Haze is the one that just came out on the radio.
Yeah, it's just good. Like,
I do like
lavender.
It's good. I like lavender tasting things. I like lavender smell, candles. I like lavender on the body. Lavender's good stuff.
Calming.
Yeah. Lavender is actually one of the smells that somehow beats up on my allergies pretty well. So lavender is one of the things that works.
Okay, well, they also say that about that song, about Lavender Haze, is that it's basically like when you're in a love bubble, like when you're in love, like there's like this haze of like love around you.
I feel like it's her twist on Purple Rain. Lavender Haze, Purple Rain.
Yeah, for sure. Anyway, she's a lyrical genius, and the whole album deserves that number 2 spot. It deserves number 1. However, my number 1 is what I listen to the most. That's all.
So I had Black Panther Wakanda Forever in my acceptance speech. You just accepted an award based on
and
Taylor
it still
Swift's
did
new
not
album.
go on as long as your
Well,
Wakanda
because
speech.
Black Panther Wakanda Forever is better than Taylor Swift's album.
I do not think that's a fact at all.
Oh, my Swifties. I love you. You're so great. Okay. You are great. I'm kidding. Don't freak out and throw your computer.
I'm about to get my own Swiftie fan club after this airs.
Don't
People are going to be like, that girl, she knows, Taylor. She knows.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I'll take my Wakanda Forever group over your Swiftie. Listen, I love the Swifties. I'm not going to fight with you guys. You're beautiful. You're wonderful. You're amazing. And listen.
And deep.
You support one of the greatest lyrical geniuses of our time. I'm going to say it. It's true. Taylor Swift. But she dates to write. I mean, I don't date to write my comedy. It just kind of happened that way. But
How do we not know that she's just a hopelessly romantic who every single time she falls in love, she hopes it's the one, and it's not. So then she has to write a song about it.
So what if Taylor Swift writes because of that, and I write my comedy because of that?
Then you're both the same, so y'all should like each other more.
Maybe we should date.
Maybe.
I don't want to.
She's very happy now.
I don't want to make a comedy about her, and I don't want her to make a song about me.
She doesn't write bad stuff about people she likes.
Well, then hopefully, Taylor, if we ever meet, hopefully you and I can build a positive bond.
Yeah, so far you don't want to be on either of your bad sides.
I don't want to be on her bad side either.
She doesn't want to be on yours.
Oh, definitely not. Okay, my number two, Whiz Kid featuring a man that I got to meet before he signed his contract, got the autograph, and apparently footage from when I was with him, but you don't get to see any of us in the room because the camera, I was sitting here, camera was here, another guy was sitting there. In the movie Never Say Never, footage of him playing for us apparently is in the movie. I never saw the movie, but Justin, maybe I should see it. Shout out to you when I met you when you were 14. Got your autograph. You're a very nice kid, and you came in playing Baby on your guitar. Whiz Kid featuring Justin Bieber and Thames. Essence. And I didn't know this. I was playing it for my mom. She goes, oh my God, I love that song. I didn't know my mom was, because my mom listens to everything. She is a massive fan of the song Essence.
You know,
big fan.
I'm a fan of Justin Bieber.
I am too.
He's another one who evolved over time.
I'm a believer.
Yeah, I'm a believer. He evolved over time from like the poppy guy to like, but everything he comes out with is good.
Got a strong faith.
A lot of tattoos.
He works with incredible people. All of his mashups are good.
They are.
I mean, Justin Bieber is just, he's another one out there that he's a performer. He's incredible. And I met him, moved down to Orlando like a month later. This kid blew up within that month. And I'm hearing all these like ticket things going on. And I'm like,
yeah,
I just met this kid. There's no way. Yeah. And it literally happened. Like to me, I experienced, I don't know what it felt like for him, crazier, but I experienced Justin Bieber's almost overnight success, meeting him, then living down here, and the whole world just like blew up on Bieber. And I was just like, really? And I went to an FYE, and they had a cardboard cutout of him. And I'm like, I just met this kid like a year ago at that time.
Yeah, it's funny about him, too, is because it's like, I was of the age where I was probably, I want to say maybe college time or something when he was kind of coming out, or even a little bit older. So he was so young at that age that I really wasn't into this whole believer, thing.
Yeah.
But now that he's older, maybe I feel like I'm less robbing the cradle by liking his music so much.
Yeah. I should roll my eyes. Okay. Yeah. What's your number one?
All right, my number one, again, it should be, it should be Taylor Swift, but it's not.
It's not?
No.
Ruh-roh.
It is.
What is she going to think?
Big Energy remix with Lado and Mariah Carey.
Okay.
That's a good one.
Yeah, you like Mariah.
Well, I like the that's a good song.
But you like Mariah growing up.
Yeah, totally. That's a good remix, though.
Yeah, I used to skate to Mariah. Remember when we were growing up?
Roller skating?
Yeah, roller skates to Mariah Carey. They played it in the skate rink all the time. How old are you?
I'm older than you, so I was a little bit more like.
I'm 30.
I was like Debbie Deb. Like when I hear music,
tell me how old you are.
40.
Oh, you're gonna say it. Okay.
I'm not. Yeah.
37.
Okay, I mean. Either way, my roller skating music was a little bit more 80s, I think, than yours. Sounds like it's 90s.
I listened to 60s, 70s, and 80s, but where we went, it was always Mariah Carey, and it was that song.
Oh my gosh! It
was the summer song. They play it all the time, but they play it every summer. Always Be My Baby.
Oh, that's a good song.
That song.
That was a slow skate song.
Is it?
It was a little slower.
It's a little slower.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always felt like that was a good song to, find the girl to, and Always Be My Baby. It's a good music video song. Right? Why not? Skating as a teenager.
Yeah.
Find the right person. Mariah Carey. Mariah Carey's a little bit more of, she's definitely a diva now. She's
big time.
She's jumped into that. I call Aaron Rodgers the Mariah Carey of the NFL.
I should have made my favorite song All I Want for Christmas Is You.
You can't.
Oh, yeah, because it didn't come out this year. That's right. Okay.
What Christmas songs came out this year? Who knows?
None, probably. I don't know. All right, what's your number one?
My number one is a song by a fantastic human.
Okay.
Well, I think he's a fantastic human. I don't know him personally.
Okay.
So I like this. So, I mean, let's just in case something happens down the road, don't get mad at me. Now, I wanted to put, it wouldn't have been number one, but I wanted to put Kanye West on here because I made a statement. When him and Kim broke up, first thing I said when I saw that they were splitting was beyond the, I hope everybody's healthy and doing okay. My first comment publicly was, oh, thank God his music will be good again. And it has been. And Cold is a great song.
Okay.
But I'm not putting Kanye on my list because Kanye is he's got to figure some stuff out.
Right.
So my number one, I think this guy's a good guy. We've mentioned him before in this top 10. And this is another anthem I think I would come out to doing a comedy show.
Okay.
That is the song by Kane Brown, Grand.
I don't know if I know it.
so good. I could play it for you, but Facebook, if you play 3 seconds of anything, Facebook mauls your video. And so does YouTube. And YouTube, I put my disclaimer on there. I love you all to little pieces. We've been together for a long time. But yeah, I want to play it. I can't. But it's a song you don't know that you know.
Okay.
And I didn't know it was Kane Brown because, he does a lot of like pop.
Yeah.
He does that country pop and he works like Marshmallow and whatnot. So he did this song. I listened to it. I loved it. And I didn't know it was his the first few times. And then I forgot about it. And then, thank goodness, it popped back in.
He does a lot of good stuff, right? I just saw he just came out with something with Blake Shelton, too.
He's got a really good song that came out during the pandemic with John Legend.
Oh, really?
It's a black and white video, too.
Oh, really?
Really, really good song. And it's them literally singing while, like, kind of like zooming with each other.
Yeah.
And so, like, John's at home on the piano and Kane's sitting there, and
it's cool. It's funny when you ask people like what their favorite songs are, how different people's choices are.
We had similarities.
Yeah.
We did. But Grand, I got to pick it because it's an anthem song for me. And if I was, I like those songs that just do something different to you. Like they just like, they like grab your chest and they like pull you forward. And that's grand for me.
I'll have to listen to it and see.
It's an anthem. And my anthems are on a short list across the span of time. And Imagine Dragons has Thunder for that. And Kane Brown made the list of anthems. So I got to put them number one.
Well, I'd have to say My Big Energy is my anthem for this year.
So with that being said, do you have a final note you would like to tell people in this Christmas and holiday season?
I hope everyone is happy and healthy and goes into 2023 letting go of anything that's bothering them in 2022. Don't carry that to the next year.
Yeah.
Go in with big energy. What about you?
I would say, I hope that whatever has plagued you today, you can use your past as fuel for your future. I look at it kind of like dinosaurs were fossil fuel, right? So take your past, take everything good, bad, and indifferent, use it as fuel towards your present and your future. And remember that you cannot change the past, you cannot do anything about the future. But if you live a good present, you can have memories that you're proud of, so you do, in a way, control your past. And if you live a good present, you'll build toward a good future. So only one of them can be controlled, but it affects all three. Make sure you remember that. Be good to each other, stay healthy, safe, and happy. And we hope that you join us in 2023 and with Wake Up Call and with 2 Mics No Filter. And I will say one of my gifts under the tree this year that I didn't expect is our friendship.
I agree. This is very unexpected. And fun.
Yeah.
And fun. And fun. We get to talk to you guys.
Yeah. And I firmly believe that there's some big places we're going with this.
100%. I'm going to be a star.
What about me?
Just kidding.
So we'll have some fun with this. You're going to be a star? What, are you going to catapult yourself out of the show?
No, I'll take you with me.
Yeah, you said that with a
We can
laugh.
both be stars.
So for Wake Up Call, for 2 Mics No Filter, and for Dan Tortora Broadcast Media, Andrea Smith, myself, Dan Tortora, and wherever we go with this, I want to be on record as saying I will take you.
Thank you. I will take you too.
Okay.
All right.
All right. We'll talk with you soon. Be safe, everybody, and have a good day.
Cafe Cabal offers same-day local delivery of our products, offering no delivery charge for Onondaga County. Shop cafecabal.com for fresh roasted coffee beans, cold brew, travel mugs, and all your essential Cafe Cabal needs. Cafe Cabal, coffee for the soul.
This is Amy from Mother's Cupboard, home of the whole frittata. We are open daily 6 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. For takeout orders, call 315-432-0942 and tune in to Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora for our monthly food challenge and try our Wake Up Call signature menu item available 7 days a week. Here at Mother's Cupboard, we are Central New York, and it's our honor to serve you.
Ma and Pa's Kettle Corn and Popcorn Factory remind us that every day is worth celebrating. Find them at 201 Old 7th North Street in Liverpool, New York. Open Monday through Saturday in-store and all the time online at maandpaspopcorn.com. Serving our Central New York community and beyond. You can order all throughout the country at maandpaspopcorn.com. And remember to get your tins, which have in-store half-price refills forever. Ma and Pa's Kettle Corn and Popcorn Factory, available to you for fundraising and all of your events by calling 315-450-6272. That's 315-450-6272. Ma and Pa's Kettle Corn and Popcorn Factory. How corny are you?
Witty Wicks Candles and Gift Shop, Township 5, Camillus, where you will find handcrafted all-natural soy wax candles over 60 cents to freshen up your home. We carry a wide range of locally made items, Salsa Q's, Syracuse Salt, and Chocolate Pizza Company, to name a few. Let our knowledgeable staff help choose unique gifts and keepsakes for any occasion. Gifts for family and friends, and maybe a little something for yourself. Witty Wicks Candles and Gift Shop, Township 5, Camillus.
This is a special message from Merritt Brady, owner-operator of Chick-fil-A Watertown on 1290 Arsenal Street in Watertown, New York.
Chick-fil-A for me has always been about the people. I think it starts with the strength and leadership of the Cathy family. It's just amazing to see a family-run business reach the altitude that they have. Second mile service is something that we embodied at my previous business, and the ability to make people feel like they're the only person at your establishment, that you are there to serve them that day and looking for those extra ways to make them happy, to anticipate what they need next is what makes me tick. And I'm going to have so many opportunities at Chick-fil-A to do that. It's one of my favorite things to eat in the world. My favorite application question or interview question when I'm interviewing is when I get to, have you ever eaten at Chick-fil-A? And a smile hits both their ears. You know, they can't even answer the question for a second. And when I see that, it's like, man, that's going to be a great hire. They already get it. They already feel it. They already know that we're different. The Chick-fil-A experience, it's a real thing. And then, of course, just our generosity and community involvement and making a positive impact in the lives of our team members, our guests, and the community in general, I think is really the secret sauce.
Chick-fil-A Watertown on 1290 Arsenal Street in Watertown, New York. Coming to you, fall 2022. Welcome back here to Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora inside of the Cafe Kubal Studios, hanging out with you where sports truly meets that thing called life. Appreciate you being here every Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern time here on the broadcast. And however you're tuning into the show, many different ways to watch and listen to Wake Up Call. You're with us on Facebook.com, YouTube.com, and MixLR.com, all / Wake Up Call DT. On WakeUpCallDT.com's homepage where the live MixLR feed is embedded, and on Facebook.com / Live Now DT. So however you're connected with us, we appreciate you so very much. And once the shows go live, you can check us out in the archives. Got a bunch of different shows there for you, over 1,600 episodes. Search on Amazon Music, Audible, iHeartRadio, iTunes, and Apple Podcasts, MixLR, Player FM, Podbean, Podvine, TuneIn, Spotify, Stitcher, and YouTube. All you have to do is search Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora, or one word, Wake Up Call DT. Big thanks to our incredible partners in Central and Upstate New York, Cafe Kubal, Carvel DeWitt, the Wildcat Sports Pub, Witty Wicks, Avicoli's, PB&J's Lunchbox, Ma and Pa's Kettle Corn and Popcorn Factory. Go to maandpaspopcorn.com. Canine Camp Dog Daycare, Chick-fil-A Watertown, Mother's Cupboard, Canine Campground Dog Boarding, Pizza Man, Honda City of Liverpool, Chick-fil-A Cicero, and Chick-fil-A Clay. Our newest partner of 317 at Montgomery Street, a restaurant in downtown Syracuse located. Their name is their location, 317 Montgomery Street, Syracuse, New York. Open for lunch today. Make sure you pop in and say hello. Let them know that Wake Up Call sent you. And, of course, we are the proud exclusive multimedia marketing partner of the Lemoyne College Dolphins. It is Fins Up every single month on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora. You can check out your Dolphins on Dolphin Time every first and third Wednesday, every Wednesday at 9 a.m. Eastern Time is Dolphin Time. Every first and third Wednesday of each month is AD and DT, Wednesdays at 9 a.m. Eastern Time, with Athletics Director Bob Beretta and myself, Dan Tortora, a.k.a. DT. Every second and fourth Wednesday, the Dolphin Dive, diving into the stories of student athletes, coaches, administration, future Dolphins, and alumni. You can check all of our content out by going to the Lemoyne tab on wakeupcalldt.com, bookmarking and subscribing for free. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel to get all of our Lemoyne content and all of our videos over the years on youtube.com/wakeupcalldt. And for more information on your Dolphins, make sure you go to their newly redesigned website, LeMoyneDolphins.com. And with that being said, as always, Fins Up. Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora is the exclusive multimedia marketing partner of the Bryan and Stratton College Bobcats of Syracuse. You can see our Bobcat content by going to the BSC Syracuse tab on wakeupcalldt.com, subscribing, bookmarking for free. You can also go and check out the Bobcats by going to our YouTube channel and subscribing there, youtube.com/wakeupcalldt, and searching Bobcat Buzz for all of our Bobcat content. So many great pieces coming up with the Bobcats over time. So many great things we've already gotten to do. Check out your Bobcats by going to any one of those outlets, wakeupcalldt.com and on youtube.com/wakeupcalldt for student athletes, coaches, and administration. We are in basketball season fully right now with men's and women's basketball specials. Make sure you check those out, as well as go back and watch our specials and listen to our specials with the men's soccer team and the women's soccer team, who are vying for national championships this year after winning national championships last year, each of them doing that. And, of course, the inaugural baseball team, and following their story en route to the first ever baseball team in the history of Bryan and Stratton College's Syracuse. All of those Bobcat Buzz pieces available for you on wakeupcalldt.com's BSC Syracuse tab and on youtube.com/wakeupcalldt. For more information on the Bobcats, go to syracuse.bscbobcats.com. And here on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora, I can't thank you enough for being a part of the show. I know we've talked about a lot. Today there's a lot of conversation about a lot of things. Drivers that can make things dicey. People not respecting other people's beliefs, people not paying attention to what's going on in life, people giving and not receiving, people receiving but not giving. There's been a lot of things to talk about here, and I know they can be trying, and I know they can be tough, and I know that times are not always easy, and sometimes we lose our cool, and sometimes we get sad, we get depressed, we get down. I just want you to know that with all the things that may happen in our week, and all the moments that may be hard for us, and all the tough times we're going through and we feel like we're alone, I want you to know something. No matter who is mean to you today, no matter who hurts you today, no matter who says something or does something that you wouldn't do, please know that God loves you. God cares for you. God's got your back. Know that I'm always praying for you. And just know that you're not the only one. It's never worth giving. Always value your life. Value that you woke up today. Thank you, God, for that. Value that you have loved ones. Value the things in your life that are good. As Michael J. Fox said, focus on one positive thing every single day And I promise you, it will get better. So whatever's going on in your life today, I ask you to just practice kindness, practice happiness, practice goodness. Just be a good person. Things happen. Life happens. And it's not always easy, and it's not always kind, and it's not always fair. And I know that people hurt. I'm hurting at times. I respect and appreciate people for being good, being kind, thanking God, doing the best they can, and being honest. Being honest. We all want things. We do. And they don't always come easy. Some things we want don't come at all because something else better is on its way. So if I came here today and I told you my life was mistake-free, scar-free, cut-free, not true. Bruise-free, it's not true. None of ours are. But I do come here today and say, yeah, sometimes the drivers could be better. Yeah, sometimes that message could have come, sometimes you don't get what you want. But I believe everything that's meant for you, you will get. And I believe you have to stay open. And I believe in the goodness of people. And I believe if nothing else works, God never fails. That whatever we expect from people that we don't get, things we hope for that don't happen, that God never fails. So in this Christmas and holiday season, whatever you celebrate, I hope you believe in God. I hope you turn toward God if you haven't in a while, or if you never have, or if you do every day. And I hope you say thank you. I hope you call up the people that you care about. I hope you take the chances that you feel are worth taking. I hope you don't let a good thing pass you by. And I hope that you love yourself and treat yourself with goodness. And I hope you do the same with others. I hope you have a Merry Christmas, a beautiful Christmas. I hope you have a beautiful, merry, and wonderful Hanukkah. I hope you have a wonderful Kwanzaa, a wonderful celebration of lights, whatever you celebrate. I hope it's good. Because if you're celebrating any one of those holidays, you're celebrating the day, you're celebrating your life, you're celebrating being alive, you're smiling. And I just want to see people smile. I want to see people be good. I want to see people help each other. I want to see everybody rise together and do it the right way. So on this holiday and always, I send you my love. I send you my prayers. I send you my well wishes. I send you a Merry Christmas and a happy whatever else you got going on that you celebrate. I have always said on this show, respect me for being me. I respect you for being you. We don't have to agree. We don't have to be best friends. But you have to know that I care about you. I love you. I want you to succeed. And I want you to do well. With goodness in your heart, humbleness of who you are, faith in God, and just doing things the right way and not hurting others. I want everybody to succeed that's doing things with goodness. I love you. I love you. I appreciate you. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. From the Cafe Kubal Studios to you, to your homes, to your businesses, to wherever you are, to your planes and trains and automobiles. on Facebook at Wake Up Call DT, Twitter at Call DT, and Instagram at Wake Up Call_DT. Thank you to Carvel for the annoying moment of the week every Friday. Thank you to Chick-fil-A Cicero and Chick-fil-A Clay for lead, learn, evolve, ad-lib, and deliver every Friday. Thank you to the top dog of the week, Canine Camp Dog Daycare and Canine Kampground Dog Boarding every Friday. And thank you to Andrea Smith for joining me for Two Mics, No Filter and our top 10 songs of 2022 for this episode. Have a beautiful day.